Hi everyone, welcome back. We're getting right into the next run. We are here for
Low TE Dropless,
that's right.
the
As you
best
know,
category.
the best. As you know, I'm Sylvie, and this is,
Element.
and uh, we are going to get this run going right away. It's going to be a long one,
Yeah, it's
so
gonna be a long one. This run, Tremin's personal best. Tremin is the world record holder. His personal best is around a 209. However, this route does a lot of early dream bosses, and it's got some pretty volatile spots. So it's got a 3-hour time slot in case something goes wrong. Also, it's gotten a lot faster since it was initially scheduled. But yeah, and it looks like we are counting.
yeah, and we are soon to be off. Soon to be off.
Yeah, it's going to take Trem in a second. So just so you guys know, this category is going to be quite like any percent at the start. The exception is that he's going to be grabbing some Geo Rocks so that he can get Forgotten Crossroads stagger early. And in addition to that, he is going to be killing False Knight so that he can get some Geo there.
hmm
But other than that, it is pretty basic up until Claw. And then it gets a little bit funky.
Yeah, so as it may imply, low percent means we are going to do the absolute minimum possible to get the desired outcome, which is true ending,
Yes.
but
So
also dropless, which means we can't accept any pog essence that may come our way.
yeah, so what happens in this game is that there is a randomized chance when you hit an enemy, kill an enemy, that you would get an essence. I believe it's 1 in 300 without Dreamwielder, 1 in 200 with Dreamwielder. Um, and the issue is that because of the way that low percent works, the first priority is to get the lowest percent possible in the game. So if we didn't have the dropless requirement, I'm sure many of you have seen the Scurry video, but if you haven't, the way to get the lowest percent and still get true ending is to sit in the hive and kill bees for 45 hours because of that random chance. However, that makes for a horrendous speedrun to watch. So instead, the dropless category adds in the requirement that you are not allowed to get random essence drops. If you get random essence drops, that's fine. You just need to get more essence to compensate for that. But the whole point is that it's effectively low TE, but you don't spend 45 hours killing bees in Hive, which is, I would say a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone wants to be running Hollow Knight for multiple days,
Yeah,
except apparently Scurry.
yeah.
So thankfully, we don't have to go through that. What is dropless?
It means that
Dropless.
random essence
Go ahead.
drops are banned.
Yeah. So any pog essence we ignore and we get extra essence.
Yeah, so this run actually dream gates twice, which means that the odds that you get a couple of random essence are actually pretty high. So what'll happen is if you get 2 essence randomly over the course of the run, you have to get 1802. Um, but at the end of the day, it's really not a big deal to get random essence. The point of the category is not to be a huge RNG fest. So up at the start there, we didn't comment on it, but Scurry is gonna, not Scurry. Sorry, I was reading chat. Tremin is gonna break the Geo Rock, and he's also gonna collect some Geo here from the Asphids, and he's gonna break the Geo Rock coming up here. He needs to buy Forgotten Crossroads stack because he will be coming back later.
Oop, sorry, I've been muted. I assume we're gonna do the regular TE shade skip, the free claw one.
We are not.
No. Oh.
We need to get Claw in this run, and because we need to get Claw, and what we're going to do is we are going to go down to Claw normally, we're going to get Claw, and we're going to go back up into Deep Nest. We are then going to go through Deep Nest, and Tremin is going to buy Distant Village Stag, I believe.
Insane.
Yeah, Tremin is
So
going to
early.
buy Distant Village Stag, warp back, and he's going to get Tram Pass as well. And then he's going to go into Basin and Hive. Hive for the root, and Basin, you guys are going to see your first stall ball of the run. There are 2. The Basin one is significantly easier. There is a Palace one. The Palace one is what makes this whole category possible. I guess both of them make the whole category possible, but
Yeah, what is the percentage that we will end with?
I believe it's 28%.
That is
There's quite a couple of, there's a bunch of percent for the generic movement. There's also some percentage because the dream bosses that we do require some percentage to get. So that's part of Dropless, is we're going to have to get that extra percent because we aren't allowed to get random essence drops, but at the end of the day, that's probably a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm this probably doesn't involve Shaman Stone either, right?
This run does not involve Shaman
Oh,
Stone. However, it does involve dive. So depending on your perspective on things and depending on the boss, the dive is better. Also, Trem's going to be hitting the T False Knight cycle there. Going to be getting False Knight staggered before he takes the second damage. That's a big deal. That, in the grand scheme of things, not a big deal, but yeah, hard to get. So yeah, Tremon is killing False Knight here not for City Crest, but for Geo. We are not going to use City Crest, but the 200 Geo from the chest right here is a pretty big deal, and it's useful to have later in the run, because we are buying Distant Village Stag, and Distant Village Stag is expensive, and we are buying it very early.
So we just need any and every Geo we come across.
Yeah, pretty much. Tremon, I think he does Vengefly King. It is not written to the route as it is right now, but we had a routing change, so Tremon is going to do Vengefly King and maybe also Moss Knights if need be. We'll see. No False Knight percent skip. We need to kill False Knight because we need to kill Failed Champion. But is False Knight even a percent?
I believe False Knight isn't, but the item pickup is.
Okay, so we do not get the item pickup, which is City Crest, but either way, we would need to do Failed Champ, so I think even if False Knight was a percent, we would still kill False Knight, because Failed Champ has 300 Essence, and those 300 Essence are a pretty big deal.
Yeah, that's
a lot easier than
lot.
going and killing Galleon or Zero or something, and those guys are only going to give between 100 and 200, exactly. Same amount of percent.
Yeah, so it's definitely worth it then.
Okay, Saw says the percentage is tied to False Knight instead of to City Crest. So,
I'm tripping.
Yeah, but it is still worth killing False Knight because we have to do Failed Champion later.
Yeah, I mean, that is a lot of Geo too.
Yes. The Geo is a big deal, but it's low percent. The reason that the percentage is worth it is because of that.
Invalid. Is that a first bit? Sorry, I turned away.
It was first spit, I think.
Love to see it.
You'll love to see it.
Oh,
and Tremon hits Fireball skip here.
What patch is this on?
What patch is this on? I think this is current. This category can be ran on current patch. I personally run it on 1578. Tremon might be running it on something else. I'm not quite sure.
Okay, we'll ask about that if we remember.
If we remember. It's going to be a 2.5 hour run probably somewhere in that range, so we probably won't, but we'll see if we do. It's not a later patch.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So we're going to see if Tremon hits the Fireball skip coming up right here.
Wait. Tremon's not doing the Fireball skip.
The one once you get into Green Path, not the one for, yeah.
So I assume this is like current patch or latest patch because they would have done the cool.
Stall Ball, it has to be current patch because Stall Ball doesn't actually work on 1221.
Oh, does it not? Okay.
I don't think it does. Yeah.
Okay.
I might be wrong.
Might be.
I don't know. I don't really run anything not current patch.
So
Ball only works on 1.3 plus. Yeah.
As of now, this is pretty much just any percent.
It's any percent with a couple of variations, but once we get to Claw, it's gonna deviate rapidly. See, Tremon hits the one Fireball. Nice.
Very good.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, at least it's not like Eternal Deal any percent, but
yeah.
And here's the second Fireball skip.
Tremon does not go for it. Interesting.
Doesn't even try.
Cool. Probably keeping the extra soul just to be able to dispatch some bosses earlier.
Good man.
Do that though. Yeah, keeping the extra soul so that he can heal. Again, you don't want to be going for the super duper risky stuff in marathons. It's just how it is.
Mhm. And does Trevin get the double? He does
No.
not. Very sad.
Very, very sad. I believe Trevin is 10 ahead of intended Geo here. However, since he is going to be buying Hidden Station Stag and Deep Nest Stag pretty early in the run, I think he actually is a little bit behind. I could be wrong. I do not know the geo routing. I got a message from Tremon
Ooh.
this morning that said, by the way, I am routing it differently now. I'm like, oh, okay.
All right. Hog. What a giga
Wing
chat.
it. Yeah, in chat, what does the dropless mean? It means that Tremon is not allowed to get any random essence drops. Yeah, as April says, saves around 40 hours, gets a couple extra %, but it makes it, not a horrendous category. And as Nightbot says, dropless getting random essence drops is allowed, we just pretend it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Don't listen to Green. Green is lying to you.
So we don't have to reset a nearly 3-hour run.
Yeah.
Anytime a random essence drop pops up. But here we are at Hornet. Missed the fireball though. That's unfortunate. It's going to cost a bit of time.
I believe Tremon's green path is really good. I know, maybe it's really bad. I don't know. Tremon's green path in his PB is really polarizing. I don't know which end of the spectrum it's on.
He didn't do the fireball skip, which confused me, but...
Yeah, I don't know why. He was hitting that in practice, but... It's low % without the 40 hours of bee farming. Yeah, it's low % without the 40 hours of bee farming and with about, like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes more of sitting in late game bosses with no gear at all.
Yeah.
We have Soul Tyrant in this run, we have White Defender in this run, and the gear that Tremon has right now, he's going to get Dive, and he's not going to get anything else to make it easier.
Not even Shaman Stone people.
Not Shamans. Shamans is a %, we do not get %.
It's... Just thinking about these fights with such a minimal kit is already blowing my mind, and we haven't even seen it yet.
Yeah. So, actually, it's not quite that. He's going to get Dream Nail, and we're also required to get Dream Wielder for this category because of the way that Seer progression works. So, that Dream Wielder is actually a pretty big deal. It allows for, specifically in Failed Champ, but also in some other bosses, you can basically farm up a whole bunch of soul and then just spam dive. And that's a pretty big deal for specifically Failed Champ, because Failed Champ has the double damage you're on 5 masks, and it's really just a battle of endurance.
I think it would be pretty good for Radiance as well.
Yeah, it is. Wait, no.
No?
Not Dream Wielder, because can you Dream Nail Radiance?
Oh, can you?
I don't believe you can.
It's been a hot minute since I've fought the Radiance, so...
Yeah, the dive is nice. Dive is nice. Call it says we can't Dream Nail Radiance. In platforms phase, yeah. Gonna see if Tremon hits the 2-1. Does hit the 2-1, nice. The current patch version, for anybody who's been watching a lot of latest patch, the way that it works in current patch is that the pogo, it's only a pogoable object at the very end, rather than in the middle of like its travel. The spore is only pogoable, so it requires it to be done a little bit differently. And right now we are going to vastly, vastly deviate from any %. Tremon is not quitting out.
Oh,
Tremon is going up to Dark Deep Nest.
Crazy.
And previously, before the reroute, this is what the reroute was. Previously, before the reroute, we would do Dark Nest route within the next 5 minutes. Which is, always fun. But route has changed. It's faster to have C-Dash for it, and we do have to get C-Dash in this run because of, we have to get Monomon for True Ending. So yeah. I think the ePogo explanation isn't true. The main difference is that the explosion is no longer pogoable, but the spore should be pogoable the whole time, no? Yeah, you might be right, Sloran. I don't know. I don't know my ePogo, I just know how to do current patch ePogo.
So would the Mantis control, early control work on current patch? Because I feel like,
If it's
especially
doable on
since you're
current
not,
patch, it might be doable. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I feel like especially since you're not quitting out, it's going to be a pretty big time save.
Yeah, what Serpent's saying. Yeah. Mantis won't go there on latest patch. Okay, that's what I thought.
Whoa, really? That's insane.
Yeah. Current patch has a lot of differences.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I've only run 1.2.2.1, so I don't know at all.
Yeah.
That's strange.
Unfortunate on the Garpede there, however, we're gonna be benching, so it doesn't really matter.
Say hi to
What patch is
Nosk
this
as he
anyways?
comes by.
I do not know which patch Tremin is running. It is 1.3+. I think Tremin is running on 1.5.7.8 or 1.5.8.0, but I could be wrong. I didn't ask.
Thank you for the raid, my secret
Shelby!
skill. Shelby!
Looking forward to seeing you run Nosk% later today.
That's next, I believe, actually.
It is next, I believe, but you know,
Ooh, exciting.
unfortunately, it's a 2-hour run we probably have left ahead of us, so it's gonna be a second.
Yeah. Yeah,
Tremin here is going up to get Tram Pass right now, and it is faster to go through Dark Galleon Room, believe it or not, because it is more vertical, and Tremin has practiced this room a lot, so he is not worried about the fact that it is an unnecessary dark room. But Tremin's gonna go get Tram Pass because we need to get early basin access. I forgot he did this. I don't do this, but this is why Tremin is the world record holder, and I am not. What does Dropless mean? No essence grinding? Yep.
Yes, any essence drop that is given to us, we ignore and just get the regular essence as was planned beforehand.
Yeah.
So far this run's been incredible. I know there's still like 2 hours left, so
Yeah.
I'm not holding my breath. But Trevor's been running incredibly well, and I know he's been practicing this quite a bit recently, or at least on
Yeah.
and off. Man,
This really is Tremin's category.
Yeah.
Tremin has the world record, and the world record is his PB. I've done like 2 runs of it, 3 depending on how you count it. And I don't think anybody else has done any runs. I could be wrong. There could be somebody who's done runs that I don't know about. But I think this category needs more love, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know how many people really want to run a 3-hour category.
I mean, people run 112. Let's be honest.
That's true. That is very true. That's true. You're right.
This category is like such a cool showcase of weird 1.5.7.8 jinx, so, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a huge... Are we dying here? Are we dying? Is that what happened?
Tremin is fine. I think he needs some Geo here. Yeah, Tremin actually needs quite a bit of Geo here, so he might be killing Dark Nest enemies for Geo. Believe it or not, Dark Nest enemies are a pretty good source of Geo, and you kind of just stand in one place and they all come to you. So previously you would actually do it whilst doing Dark Nest route. You would kind of just stop, clear up the enemies behind you, it would be fine. But now, now I think Tremin has to do that enemy farming while we're waiting. Or not while we're waiting, on our way to Hera. Tremin isn't getting Hera here either.
Yeah, wait. Why not? Is it just quicker to come back another time?
It's quicker. Yeah, Tremin is going to come back. We used to do it now. We used to go get Dreamnail and then come back. But since we're going out to get Dreamnail anyways, it kind of just makes sense to...
Oh, we don't even have Dreamnail yet. Oh my goodness.
We do not even have Dreamnail yet. So Tremin is going to go to RG and get Dreamnail, and then he is going to safe warp out. And the safe warp is going to take him all the way back to Deep Nest Hot Spring.
Wow.
And then he's going to take Deep Nest Hot Spring, and he's going to tram to Hive and get Hive Root.
This route is all over the place, and I love it.
It is a route that is all over the place. There's sort of a certain order you have to do things in. There's a lot of things that are either dive locked or very nice to have dive to be able to do, and there's also a lot of things that are Dreamnail locked because we have to do a lot of whispering routes.
Right.
So, yeah.
I assume we're gonna do darkness, whispering roots.
Yes, we are going to do Dark Nest Whispering.
That's so exciting.
It is so exciting. It's the best part of this run.
That must have took forever to learn.
It's really not as terrible as you'd think, or at least it didn't used to be as terrible as you'd think, because you can still do it with enemy killing, but the thing about Darkness is that the Weavers will just come to you, and you can kind of just stand still and spam / if you get into the right spot, and the Weavers will come to you, you can kill them all, and then you have a bunch of soul, and you can heal back up.
Fair
and
enough.
It's all good.
Alright.
Now, is that always what happens? No. But
Consistency and Hollow Knight? Never.
Yeah. What sort of game is this?
One thing that is consistent, Dream Plats. Let's see if Tremon can maneuver
Dream Plats. Tremon is bad at Dream Plats, I've heard.
Let's go.
And as somebody who is worse at Dream Plats than Tremon, undoubtedly, I think I'm allowed to say that. I don't think I've done a single Dream Plats and not fell into the void.
Only people who are bad can make fun of other people who are bad.
Yeah, that's how this works. And
because if you're good, that's elitism.
Yeah. Seer Skip is RNG? I'm gonna be honest, I don't think Tremon's doing it.
Ooh, really? Alright. Yeah. Everyone place your bets right here. Does Tremon Seer Skip? Oh, he's giving it a try.
He does.
Oh, he got it!
I lied.
Incredible.
I lied.
Good.
So Tremon is gonna unlock Distant Village Stag. Not Distant Village. He's gonna unlock RG Stag here, and then he is gone to, as I said earlier, Hot Springs Bench. And we are going to do Hive.
Yeah, the first slope ball is coming up then?
No. Yes, coming up after Hive.
Right.
We do Hive first, but then, yeah, slope ball is coming up. Slope ball is coming up, Soul Tyrant is coming up in the somewhat near future, depending on what you consider to be the near future. Got a good maybe 10 minutes till not slope ball, sorry, Soul Tyrant.
Oh man.
We're getting there.
That's gonna be such a hectic fight.
Soul Tyrant, yeah, Soul Tyrant sucks. Tremon plays Soul Tyrant very risky. I was in BC with him this morning and just panicking. Soul Tyrant is a fight with low gear. You're basically, it's probably like as RNG as this cat. That's not true, but it is a very RNG part of this category because you can lose like a good 30 seconds to a minute depending on if Soul Tyrant just doesn't sit next to the ground in second phase because you have dive. And it's just so much faster to dive at him. And if you choose to play it aggressive, and then he just doesn't sit on the ground for all of second phase, sometimes you just dive, sometimes you just takes you a while, and it kind of sucks.
Yeah, that sounds horrible, actually.
Sierra,
thank you for the raid.
Yeah. Tremon is collecting Geo here, again, not part of the initial route, but the reasoning is that he's going to go buy Hidden Station Stag in a second, and he needs some Geo to do that. So he's going to get some Geo here as well, just to cap himself up to 300. But then begins Hive Route, which is fun, let's say.
Incredibly fun. I mean, at least there's no Big B, right?
Big B would be fine. I'm gonna be honest.
Really?
I'll take Big B over these Dropless guys, anyways. Yeah.
I think that's a hot take if ever I've heard one.
It might be a hot take. I'm gonna stand by it though.
All right. We love a confidence man.
All right. So coming up, Slope Ball. We're going to do an explanation of Slope Ball because I don't want anybody to be confused. So, Slope Ball is a trick that only works on current patch. It is part of the reason this run is done on current patch. And what Truman is going to do is, in order to get into Hidden Station without wings, he is going to shoot his fireball at it's coming up right here. He's going to shoot his fireball at the edge of the wall. What he's doing right now is he is capping his frame rate. This trick is, in fact, frame rate dependent, so he's going to shoot the fireball, and it's going to go off the sloped wall, and he's going to pogo it immediately. Now, he got that one first try for a couple of reasons. Number one, Truman is the GOAT. Number two,
Hell yeah.
that is probably the easiest slope ball in the game. The setup is very lenient, and the setup is pretty solid. You can just align the knight's face with the left side of the pillar. So yeah. But there is a second slope ball which happens at the start of White Palace.
Which is a ways away.
Ways away, yeah.
Like
Palace is pretty close to the end of the run, although Palace is long because it's wingsless, and there's some shenanigans that go on there.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, wingsless Palace. Like this run just seems like
it's kind of coming up on a challenge run. I wouldn't quite say it's a challenge run, but
it's like you're at a party and like, you know, there's a bunch of people. They're all looking like super pretty, and there's that one disheveled guy in the corner, and then TE low percent TE Dropless is the messy, drunk, hot mess dancing around, going woo everywhere, and stripping.
It's
anyway,
a fun category. It's weird. It's got like all the cool tech. But yeah.
Second whispering route here in the
second
elevator shaft.
Route.
Look at how precise Tremon is right now. That's actually crazy.
Tremon has studied some Homothety videos, let's say. Homothety's got an all whispering routes guide, and Tremon follows that like a religious text.
Awesome. So where are we going now?
Where are we going? We are killing Great Husk Sentry, and then we are going to go to Sanctum.
Ooh, right.
But we are going to kill Great Husk Sentry first and get the bench. The bench isn't actually worth anything, so I don't even know if Tremon's going to get it. He might.
1 health.
Nah, he's
So
not
heck
gonna
no.
get it. No bench here. But we're going to go up, and then we're going to come back from gonna come back from Soul Sanctum after we're done with that and go up to Spire. The thing is that this game has something called hard saves, which is what happens when you finish a dream boss. Tremon, don't die, please. Whenever you finish a dream boss, the game will hard save, which means that you basically get locked there like a bench, so you can't warp out here. So both Lurian and Soul Tyrant are hard saves. Or is it Dive is a hard save? Is it Dive a hard save, or either way, we do both at the same time.
Dive.
Yeah. Tremon's gonna get this bench here for safety. Dive is the hard save. Okay, cool. There's an airwalk? Huh. More 1578 jank showcase, you know? It's all intended.
Oh man.
Yeah, so we're gonna head over, we're gonna do Soul Sanctum, and then after Soul Sanctum, we're gonna do City of Tears route. And then we're gonna come back.
Just want to remind everyone, and for those just joining in, this is going to be another about 2 hours for this run.
Yeah,
so
it could be a little bit shorter if Tremon plays well, but it could also be a little bit longer if Tremon does not play well.
So everyone get comfy, get yourself some water, take care of yourself. If you can't be here for the whole thing, totally understandable.
If he airwalked, you might as well no clip. No, you don't understand. You don't understand, okay? This is low TE dropless 1 MG, right? We're allowed to do one major glitch. The airwalk was the major glitch.
Airwalk isn't even a major glitch, is it?
Hold on. We got a clip to watch here. Clip check.
Clip check.
Hold on. Yeah, that is some coyote frameage. I think that's just like That
Oh,
looks like just that looks like just a really extreme coyote frame to me, but I
Yeah.
could be wrong.
I mean, that's definitely not a major glitch, but
Airwalk isn't a major glitch unless you jump out of it, I believe. Truman did in fact jump out of it, so you know. What's the definition of dropless? Nightbot, but also, the way that dropless works is that it means that random essence drops do not count towards the full essence total. It means that we don't have to kill bees for 45 hours. It
Blue,
does mean
thank
we
you
get
so
more
much for the raid.
Yeah. Blue rating with a party of 362. Hello, Raiders. So I'm
Hi.
going to do the low TE dropless explanation again, because Raiders are going to be very confused.
Yes.
So the category that is going on right now is called low TE dropless. So I'm sure many of you guys, you were watching the game show, and I think Scurry was on there. Scurry's ran low percent true ending, where you kill bees for 45 hours. And the reason you kill bees for 45 hours is that getting random essence drops from bees is more efficient, or not more efficient, but it gives you less percent than fighting dream bosses does. Low TE dropless says that you are not allowed to get drops effectively, which means that rather than killing bees for 45 hours, we do a bunch of dream bosses early on. So it makes the run take like 40 hours less.
Yes,
So
so
low
low
TE
T.
fun? Yeah, you got it. Exactly.
However, don't mistake, this is still going to be a long run. We still have just about 2 hours still of the run. So if you guys need to take care of yourself, prioritize that. This run will be here when you get back.
Yes, we will be here. And if we are not here, somebody after us will be, because we still have a bunch of stuff lined up after this today.
Oh, yes. We're going all day, folks.
Yep.
Lots of Hollow Knight speedrun content.
So if you get a random drop, the run is dead? No. It's not if you get a random drop, the run is dead, we just ignore it. So if you get a random essence drop, you need to just get 1801 in order to be able to get Awoken Dream Nail instead of 1800. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Does it do things like beat the bosses but avoids the rewards after? For some bosses, yes. This run gets no charms, so bosses that lock charms, like we kill Dunk Defender, but we don't get Defender's Crest, and stuff like that. Is this a live speed run? Yes, this is a live speed run.
If you would like, give Tremin, you can see in the title right there, the orange at Tremin Live. That is the runner currently playing right now.
Yeah. Shoot him a follow. He is the world record holder of this category. And yeah.
Yeah.
His world record and personal best is a 209. He very well could get it lower here. It very well could also be higher. Coming up right now is going to be Soul Tyrant, which is the first opportunity for big time loss. If you die to Soul Tyrant, it's bad. Who would have thunk?
Imagine. So that was a really good fight from Criminal. All in all, really good setup and knockdown. And then here we are with the plus version.
Yes. So Soul Tyrant is going to be about a 4-minute boss if played well. For the end phase here, we want something where Soul Tyrant can either spawn up in the air or on the ground when he is throwing fireballs in the second phase. It's better for Soul Tyrant to spawn on the ground because spamming dive gives iframes and does more damage, so it's a better way to, you know, sort of chip damage in. Yeah.
Tremin missing a few things here, a couple fireballs and a few nail hits.
Is it possible to beat Soul Tyrant after Soul Master but avoiding picking up dive? I don't think it is, but either way, picking up dive allows us to fight White Defender later, because White Defender is dive locked, and I think it might also unlock one other thing, so I think it would be worth it even if it was possible.
Yeah.
The gate doesn't unlock until you collect dive. Yeah, that too. That's probably the more important part.
Yes. I don't believe Tremin would be getting dive if it wasn't required either.
Yeah.
Or at least, I guess it might just be Soul Tyrant that's required. But, I don't know. No. Soul Tyrant only gives 200, right?
Soul Tyrant gives 300, I believe.
Oh, 300? Either way,
I'll look it up.
good.
Doodle is a thing that exists. Let me go check.
Soul Tyrant is probably less of a... Well, maybe not, actually.
Soul Tyrant gives... Hold on. Chat's probably beat me to it already. I'm gonna tap back in, and everybody in chat's gonna tell me.
All Dream Variants
gives 300 essence. Yeah, all Dream Variants give 300. Except for Lostkin, who, despite being the easiest Dream boss in the game, gives 400. In this run, we kill Lostkin, we kill Broken Vessel, and we kill Lostkin. We do not pick up wings. Because who needs wings? Due to a trick called Slow Ball, wings is pretty much a completely unnecessary percent for this run, and we just don't get it.
We do not do GPC. I believe we do specifically Soul Tyrant, false. No, what is it? Failed Champion,
Yeah, no
and
wings with
White
a small ball.
Defender. Yeah.
Yeah. We do Failed Champion, we do Lost Kin, we do White Defender, and we do Failed Champ. I
Yes.
might have repeated one, but there's 4.
And Soul Tyrant, as you can see.
We definitely repeated one, but
This is a rough
there's a
fight
Whisper
for
in
Trevor
there.
right now.
Yeah, this is a rough first run. It's good to keep extra HP going into second phase, though, because if you want to play second phase aggressive, you can't really have low HP, because then you're going to die. GPZ also requires wings. Didn't know that, but, no, yeah, you're right. Yeah, makes sense.
Trevor's definitely getting into the flow here, though.
Yeah.
Started out, like, really rough. But
Muscala was a percent, yeah.
Getting good here.
Yeah. Tremin is... he's going, that's for sure. This is
Damn, this
arguably
boss
one
takes
of the...
forever.
Yeah, this is arguably one of the easier dream bosses. Failed Champ and to some extent White Defender are both a little bit harder. But Soul Tyrant, just for reference, Soul Tyrant has 900 health in his first phase. Tremors and Hail does 5 damage a hit, and Fireball does like 15 or something. So the reason this fight takes so long is you're supposed to have endgame gear here. Tremor does not.
Yeah.
Is the title accurate? It is low-key dropless, not low-key. So dropless just adds in the requirement that you aren't allowed to get random essence drops, which means that you are not allowed to kill bees for 40 hours, so you have to fight dream bosses instead.
We do not get Fragile Strength, nor Feed It to Divine.
Yes.
We
For
tested
actually-
it,
for a
but
couple of
it's actually strange. That actually adds percentage. Go figure.
Yeah, although, interestingly, it wouldn't actually be all that helpful to do, because for Failed Champ specifically, which is the boss that is the most strugglesome, it is incredibly advantageous to equip Dream Wielder, which we have to get because it's on the rewards track to Wokenail, and Dream Wielder takes up a slot, and we're only having 3 charm notches, so we can't even put on Strength.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Not to mention that it requires hitting the lantern, and I think that's a percentage.
No, the lantern is not a percentage.
Oh, okay.
Unless the wiki lies. I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure the wiki is more trustworthy than my knowledge of the game.
Probably. Yeah, Skitter says it's not a percent. Skitter is probably right.
I believe in Skitter wholeheartedly.
Yeah. So Truman here, great Soul Tyrant, by the way. We got distracted by questions. But that was a really good Soul Tyrant cleanup. Truman is now going to get the Whispering Root in City. And he's also going to pick up a Simple Key to get into Waterways in the future. Because Simple Keys are not percents.
Well, what do we need to get into Waterways for? Oh, right, of course, Dung Defender.
Yeah, Dung Defender and White Defender are important, and that's why we go to Waterways. We do not go to Waterways until the end of the run, though, because we need to have 3 Dreamers in order to be able to fight White Defender. You don't have to talk to Grim to be able to talk to Divine, right? Yeah, you just have to summon.
Are we gonna get all the essence here?
Yes, we are. We do, for every Whispering Root we do in this run, we get every single essence.
Okay.
And the reason for that is that we actually end up at 1802 with no random essence drops here, but that will let us do 2 Dream Gates throughout the run, and there are 2 spots in the run that are very convenient to be able to Dream Gate in. You can Dream Gate out of White Lady once you get her shard, and you can also Dream Gate out of Abyss once you get Shade Cloak, and both of those are very valuable. Also, hi Zote. You'll love to see it.
Hi Zote, bye Zote.
Yep. So Truman is headed back to Spire here. We are going to be doing any percent Watchers, but we don't have Dive, and but we don't have Shamans, and instead we have Dive, which could be easier, could be harder, depending on your perspective. I'd say it's easier. Are you allowed to use the random essence drops for dream gates if you get to them? No, you are not. And the reasoning behind that is that if we had a category that allowed for random essence drops to be used for dream gate, what would happen is runners would dream gate an extra 1 or 2 times throughout the run and just rely on having random essence drops. And if they didn't get the random essence drops, you would just have to farm at the end of the run, so it would make it RNG dependent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be the most inconsistent run, like, ever.
Yeah.
If you get a random essence drops, it doesn't matter, we just don't count it. So if we get one, for example, we'll just end the run with 180, 1,800.
Yeah. You got there.
Yes. It took me a minute. Here are Watcher Knights, though. This is going to be a tough fight. Never mind, we have Dive.
We have Dive. Dive spam makes the fight a lot easier. Tremon is going to do a lot of it. It's also pretty bad to die here because Tremon is not benched, and typically you don't bench here. The hard save is back at Soul Tyrant. So, if Tremon dies, it's going to be a pretty big time loss, but I believe you feel like having Dive is easier than having Shamans. Yeah, you're probably right. It gives you iframes. Tremon's got them both in a corner here. That's a really big deal for when using Dive.
I mean, pretty good fight so far.
Yeah.
Using both spells very effectively.
Yeah, it's really nice. You can use Fireball for when the Watcher Knights are further apart to hit them both, but when they're closer together, Dive does more damage, and also gives you some iframes, which lets you get more in the fray with the nail.
Yeah, good timing there. That was a double, very nice. Whoa, what was that jump back? That was crazy. Back rolls. That's a rare one.
Yeah, it's a relic of us being on current patch. Also, Tremon is Tremon?
Not.
It's low TE dropless 1 major glitch, not low TE dropless 2 major glitches. Calm it down here.
Wait, this is actually 1 major glitch?
No, it's not. It's low TE dropless energy.
Right.
The ruling, for people in chat wondering, the ruling in using or accidentally pulling off major glitches in non-major glitches categories is generally that if it doesn't benefit the run, it doesn't matter. Doing a major glitch when exiting an arena is probably a little bit questionable, but the truth is that this is a marathon, and Kremen probably doesn't plan to submit it, so it doesn't really matter. What's the 1 major glitch? There's not 1 major glitch. Tremen just accidentally airwalked earlier. So, when Tremen airwalked earlier, I said that it was going to be a low TE dropless 1 major glitch run. I'm just memeing.
We're just...
Yeah.
It's meme day! We're a bunch of memes.
Yeah, it's meme day. In normal HK6Y8, everybody is going to be dead serious and commentary is going to be very boring. But for now...
we get to troll and have fun.
Yes.
Chat, tell me right now, what is your favorite Dream Essence tree? Or Whispering Root?
Rue.
Because we're going to be seeing all of them, I believe?
No, not quite all.
Not all of them.
Hold on. No, I need to look at a list. We're gonna look at a list. No, maybe it is all of them. I can tell you all of the ones that we get, but I can't tell you all of the ones in the game.
I can't see us going for the one in Ancestral Mound.
We get the one in Ancestral Mound. There is a Vengefly Pogo that you can do to get up to it. Yeah, no, we do every single Essence tree.
For those saying Deep Nest, we have a treat for you because
yes.
Tremen is going to be doing the Deep Nest tree in Dark. Nest.
Yeah, Dark Deep Nest. It's gonna be fun. I like the Dark Nest route, but only in the dark. True. For those of you wondering, Lantern is not actually a percent. So an option for this run, if you were just trying to get into it and you don't feel super comfortable with Darkness, you can go get Lantern. Lantern is not a percent, it doesn't really matter, and it's just another way you can get into Sea Peaks. However, if you are confident in your ability to do Darkness route, like Tremin, it is significantly faster to not bother grinding the Geo to get it, and yeah. Tremin, making us a little bit worried there.
Yeah.
All planned.
He just wanted to heal there for sure.
April says because you can hazard warp across the room to shorten collection, which you can't do in the light. Yeah, so April, that's actually the route for the route that I use during my runs. Tremin is not convinced that it's actually faster. I need to time it still. I don't know. Somebody could time it. If you've timed it already, I would love to hear that, because, isn't the true low percent with Lantern? Maybe, but the thing is that we need to get dived, so we don't need to get Lantern to get into Sea Peaks, because we're required to get dived.
Oh, I think
Tremin didn't go for Pogax. I'm gonna go cry.
That is sad, actually.
It is sad. The first thing you saw after seeing low TE is that there should be a dropless version of it. Yeah, you should run it. It's a fun category. As long as you're good with Darkness route and early dream bosses and like everything else. But yeah.
So
Tremin is getting Sea Peaks route here.
what are we here for? Because it's not for
Sea Peaks
C-Dash.
route and Sea Dash.
Oh, it is for C-Dash.
It is for Sea Dash. A couple of reasons. Namely, we have to get Monomon.
Yeah, okay.
And Sea Dash is a way to get Monomon, and the various things that allow you to get Monomon without Sea Dash are considered major.
Right. Fair enough.
Oh no, I'm not running anything. You should! Fun. Also, low percent God Home ending when? Okay, so the reason that low percent God Home ending is not a widely run thing is that in this run we're fighting a couple of bosses with like 4-digit health with base gear. The issue with God Home ending is that you're effectively fighting like 40 bosses with 4-digit health with base gear in a row.
Forgive my French, that's
yeah.
fucking cancer.
Yeah, it is. Somebody, I don't even know if a run's been completed. It's horrendous.
Yeah, that sounds too much.
Yeah. And Wings Ismas is more percentage than Sea Dash, right? Yes, and I also believe that Sea Dash is required for the completion of Palace as well. There's the really long Sea Dash sections at the end. We need Sea Dash for that.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. And for those of you just tuning in, Tremin is going to be doing, Wingsless Palace, which is possible through a variety of developments that we will explain when we get there, and also mostly thanks to Kama for routing it.
Yo, based. Shoutouts.
True.
Yo, oh, what? Tremin with the
Yeah.
overplat?
Well, you know, it was the 1 HP. I gotta respect it. That was a very aggressive. Stallball is mainly what makes it possible. Stallball is part of what makes it possible. There's 2 other glitches slash tricks slash whatever you want to call them that make it possible. There's a fireball skip, and there's also something called a trans dash, which we will also explain when we get there. It's going to be a while.
There will be a stall ball. There was already one stall ball earlier in the run. But there will be another one. Not for quite a while, though. Probably not for another hour, 20, hour and a half.
Yeah. Will there be any Shrogos? Unfortunately not. We do not get Shriek or Wraiths in this run. And we also get no wings. So, yeah. Shrogos are, for those of you in chat wondering, because this is pretty recent, yesterday it was discovered that you can, with Wings and Abyss Shriek, you can actually pogo your own Abyss Shrieks, allowing for sort of kind of infinite height, but that's not actually quite what it is. But Abyss Shriek and Wings are just far too much percent for it to be applicable in low TE Dropless. Also, the advantage to having dive here is that Tremin can spam dive, and dive is super duper useful for devouts. I'm sorry, you can what now? Yeah, it's weird. You shriek, and then you pogo the shriek, and then you do the wings. If you guys are going to be here tomorrow, we're running a Pantheon 5 boss order relay, which I am competing in. I think, Sylvie, you're commentating some segments, right?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so there will be the runners for Palace will be using it. It's weird. No devout skip is a choice, Saw says. I don't know whether or not the Geo is actually required here. Also saving the grub, you love to see it. But it's possible Tremin just has his, Tremin's muscle memory is just to kill that devout, because the way this run used to work is that you needed to kill that devout for Geo because you bought Hidden Station stack earlier. That's not the way it works now. You can actually get wings and low TE dropless. Oh, that's rough.
That is really sad. Yeah, it's gonna have to go through the entirety of deepness again. That is crazy.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough. Tremin taking a heal here, probably the right choice. He saved the grub, that's a big time loss. Yeah, you know, I think he probably wouldn't have died if he didn't save the grub. The grub went to the devout and told the devout that he was coming, and the devout was, like, prepared and everything. So, you know. Tremin hitting the devout skip here, though, because, yeah. Is this Team Cherry? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. The game was in fact made by Team Cherry. Me and Sylvie are not Team Cherry. We are people sitting behind our computers who play the video game for fun.
No, I'm
Tremin
Team
is
Cherry.
also not Team Cherry. Yeah, never mind. I lied. Sorry. Sylvie's Team Cherry.
I'm all of Team Cherry.
Yeah, not Tremin. Sylvie knows the Silksong release date. Sylvie, when does the Silksong release? Can you remind me really quick?
I will never tell.
Team Cherry sounds less Australian than you thought. I'm gonna avoid engaging in stereotype here, but it would be funny.
Actually, about Silksong, everyone check your Steam library.
Yo!
Alright, I'll stop being a dumbass.
Drops enabled. If you watch the stream for long enough, you'll just get Silksong.
This is really rough on Tremin's end.
Yes, Tremin here is though
that
gonna get the
actually hit,
devout
okay.
kill. Though he's gonna come get Hera here. He's gonna collect his shade and it's gonna be fine. Tremin at 1 health and no shade, yeah. Is this very concerning or just you? Yeah, it's pretty concerning. I'm definitely gonna poke at Tremin about doing late den, and late den not saving time because he died, but you know. That's fine. Not even close? Yeah, not even close. No concern at all. First try, no deaths, you know.
Heck yeah.
Whole 9 yards. Also, I'm not sure anybody said it today, but everybody, they say thank you to the restreamer, who is Noodles in chat.
Oh my god.
Noodles is compiling Tremin's stream and our commentary and the background. Pet the restreamer. Noodles is great. Thank you for dedicating your time to this.
Mega, Giga, Ultra, Insano style shout out to Noodles.
Yeah.
He's here for 9 hours, people, doing the restream for us.
Yes.
Like, what the heck? Well, insane. Insane. But here we are. We got Hera, and we're back in Dark Deepness, going the low route through Midwife. And we're about to get the first tree. We're farming a bit of Geo here, I think.
There should be a Pet the restreamer in amount. I know there should.
Yeah, I mean, someone's gonna make it is the thing.
Yeah, so this is Dark Nest Root. It's certainly an experience.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I've been misgendering noodles. I severely apologize. I will correct that ASAP. Noodles is they, them. I will remember that, and I'm so sorry.
So coming up on being done with Dark Nest Root here, Tremin is going to also do a little bit of backward. No, Tremin does not do any backwards deepness. Tremin is going to get to the end and just safe warp out immediately. But we are going to do this here, and then fall down, and the second we hit the ground, we are warping out.
Heck yeah. That was a really good cleanup. Like
Yeah.
dark deepness, that was insane actually.
It was really good, yeah. Dark Deepness, always a little bit eyes, but you know. Tremin warping out though, gonna be heading up, and I do not remember where the run goes from here. We'll see in a second. I'll be able to tell you once we get there. King Station. Oh, we are going to be doing early Hornet 2 right now. We are skipping into Kingsbrand with neither Ismas or Dash. Or, not Ismas or Dash, Ismas or Wings. We're going to be getting it super duper early.
That's incredible. I know the wings acid skip here, but
yeah. So,
that's
missing it first
insane.
time, but there's a little wall here that you can cling onto. Tremin might have to reset a couple of times. It's a rough skip. This is not going to hit the wall. Whoa, it is. Okay, never mind. But there's a wall cling there, and then coming up right after this, you can do some shenanigans with the Primal Aspid, whether it be damage boosting or pogoing to get up to the top. Yeah. Tremin, play it safe, please. So, yeah. Oh, there is a. I didn't know there was a clingable wall for the second one, but for the second and for the third one, the way that the ledges are programmed is that there's a little bit of a clingable wall. You don't need the Aspid for that.
Very cool.
Every time someone is about to dunk in water, I flinch a little because they haven't picked up swim. Yeah, I was the other day. I was thinking about stuff possible with the new Shriek Pogo, and I spent a very long time trying to figure out how to get into Edge before I realized that swim is in fact a thing that isn't an item in the base game. Yeah. So since Trem used a trans dash there, we will explain what a trans dash is now. So a trans dash is a skip in this game that basically what you do is you dash into a wall and you wall jump off the wall. And effectively you turn the dashing into the wall to dashing away from the wall. And then at the end of your dash away from the wall, you jump up. So it's super duper useful to get height weird spots in wingsless categories. There's going to be another one in Palace.
I just want to comment, as a all skills runner, fighting Hornet 2 with Shaman Stone, Descending Dark, and Shade Soul is difficult.
Yes.
Doing it with neither of those three things sounds insane.
Yeah, so for Hornet 2, the trick here really is just to play it really, really safe. It's gonna take a little bit, but if you play it safe, it's nice to be able to, like...
Yeah.
If you play it safe, it's not really all that risky of a fight. You just have to heal between staggers and not hit the parries. Tremin, please stop. Okay, Hornet is dead though. It's fine.
Very good. That was actually way quicker than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it is. This right here is a hard save, but Tremin is going to come out of this and go get Edge Root.
If Tremin's cool, he'll quit out and do Invisible Knight. Just kidding.
You know, that would be cool, but unfortunately...
That would make it a major glitch.
Yeah. So, Hornet's gonna rescue Tremin here, And Tremin is going to go to the edge route, and then I believe we are headed to Crossroads? Yeah, I think we're going to head to Crossroads, and then after Crossroads, we're headed to QG. And then after QG, we're headed to go get White Defender, and then we go Palace. With obviously a bunch of small steps removed here and there.
Yeah. We've already been literally everywhere in this run so far.
By the way, last room. I don't know if Tremin still holds the IL for that room, but at some point Tremin held the IL for that room.
Oh. I forgot there's just bugs falling down in this area.
Yeah, the bugs do not have hitboxes, fortunately. But this room is kind of a pain, because we are doing a area that is intended... You're intended to have wings for this area. But we're doing a pretty vertical segment without them.
Tough. But, I mean, Trem is doing it really well.
Yeah, Tremin has put a lot of practice into this category. I believe the target here is a clean 500, but I might be wrong. Tremin has not picked up any random essence drops yet, so
Yeah, no
again,
drop.
we're not going to be one-off at any point here.
Could you imagine if this was an actual dropless run, though? That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible we'll see it completed without any drops. Dream gates are used. It's possible. We don't... Yeah, so it's 500 here. Straight down. It's a really cool dive.
Is that like the longest dive ever?
Might be.
At least in a run.
Yeah. Yeah, so for all of you 1-2-2-1 runners, Tremin has to do that dive there, because we do not have the luxury of inventory dropping like you guys do. In order to inventory drop, you have to walk off an edge, and it's... I don't think it's frame perfect, but it's like physics frame perfect or something. Somebody explained it to me once, and I'm going to be honest, I really didn't understand. The dive into Abyss is pretty long. Yeah, you're also going to be seeing that one here in a second. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Tremin is killing Lostkin. Tremin is killing Lostkin and getting Shade Cloak. It's physics frame perfect, so 150 of the second, yeah. And that is also why in this game you are not allowed to lower your frame rate below 50 frames per second, because it breaks physics. Tremin, I think, has his frame rate cap set at 60, which is important for stall ball. I have mine at 50, because I'm going to squeeze out every last bit of consistency I can get. But, you know. HK7Y idea from Call It. You'll love to see it. We should totally do that. That'd be a good bit.
That sounds funny, actually.
We should do item sync and just sync essence, random essence drops, if that's even possible, and then have everybody working at the same time.
Sorry if I seem a little distracted at the moment. There's major changes happening right as we speak, and I'm trying to figure out what's happening right now.
What's happening?
Icefire might be running now, and then it might... GPZ
oh yeah,
might become a 3-player race, and
got it.
All kind of crazy.
Yeah. So we have coming up here. We're gonna have a couple more runs coming up today. We have a run called it's ACNKGPZ, but it's all Charm Notches, Nightmare King Grim, and Grey Prince Sojourn, all in one run. So we're gonna have a race going on for that. Yeah. We have low PE relay going on in the corner for the entire time for HK7Y. Yeah. That would be a real restreamer moment. But you know.
Incredible.
Yeah, so we kill Broken Vessel here, And we also kill, yes, stall ball is required. It's required 2 times, it's going into hidden station, and it's required for a jump in palace. We kill Lost Kin and we kill Broken Vessel here, but we do not pick up Wings, because Wings is a completely unnecessary percent, and it is useful for literally nothing in the game. So, you know, this is a lie, by the way. It's useful for things, but not in this one.
Okay. Wow, I'm so sorry, chat.
Yeah.
This is a crazy fight happening right now.
Yeah.
Again, as an All-Skills runner, I have a lot more setup for the easier version of this fight.
And it's still hard, yeah.
And
This run has some boss fights. Broken Vessel is the only boss that gives 400 G essence, funnily enough, and this is this is one of the easier fights, I'll say, but still takes a while. Also, as AP said earlier, you can actually shade skip into Hidden Station, but the stall ball in Palace is really what makes it possible. Palace has, we'll say, 3 points where you're, like, really pretty definitely intended to have wings. And we use a different piece of tech to get past all 3 of them. Doesn't White Defender give 400 essence? No, Defender is 300, yeah. White Defender, probably the longest boss of this run. Really just, uh-oh, Tremin, why did it? The dive there killed me.
oh no.
It'll be fine. Tremin is just setting up for the...
Yeah, oh, no, the no heal.
Yeah.
Oh, he gets it.
Yeah, and Tremin, take the hit. He was, like, dodging for a second.
Maybe just trying to time it perfectly. Oh, man, scary.
Yeah, scary.
Oh, man. Where are we going next?
Where are we going next? That's a good question. I think we are going down to Abyss to get Shade Cloak. And this is also going to be the first Dream Gate of the run. We use 2, because we do not have super easy access to Essence. Oh, Tremin. What is he doing? How do you inventory drop on this patch? What you can do is you can press it as you go off the edge. Oh, sorry, I lied. Tremin is going to be getting Essence rewards, and then he's going to be doing Abyss. He needs the Dream Gate to get out. Is the White Defender strat for this run basically just juggling the whole time? I don't think it is. We'll see what Tremin does, though. Nail doesn't do a lot of damage, and juggling the whole time doesn't really let you use Fireball. Or dive to that for that matter. But yeah.
So, fun fact. When I first met Tremin, we were doing a Pico Park speedrun together. I believe it was 6-player. I have dyslexia, so I read Tremin's name as Tremormon. And I was just calling Trevin Tremormon for like 45 minutes until someone's like, what are you saying? Like, what?
So, Tremin lying a Dream Gate here. We get 2 extra essence through the course of the run, as I was saying earlier, and Shade Dash, I don't remember what Shade Cloak, that's the actual name of it, is a hard save. So, Tremin is going to Dream Gate out of that. And yes, that makes it so that he has to collect 1 more essence elsewhere, but at the end of the day, it's mostly fine. Tremin hitting a nice C dash, and then there is a dive here. Tremin not doing the dive, though. That's sad. And missing that dive as well. That's unfortunate. Ooh. Check Tremin's stream. I wonder if he is on PB/world record pace right now. I'm gonna check it out. Fun fact, Tremin's the at Tremin Live, you guys should click it, and you guys should give him a follow.
Give Trevin a follow. He's doing a 3-hour run for our entertainment.
Yes. Shoot him a follow. Yeah. Longest run of the thing? Maybe? Question mark?
I mean, it depends if you count all of the relay race together, but definitely
I
the
guess.
longest individual run.
Yeah, definitely the longest individual segment.
Yeah.
So yeah, shoutouts to Tremin for doing that. Definitely such a
100%.
cool category. So, Tremin going to Shade Dash now. Very clean climb. Doing that without any wings kinda sucks, but you know. Yeah, Tremin is actually 3 minutes ahead of his personal best right now to those.
Yo, no way.
Well, Tremin is going to be. No, sorry, 4 minutes ahead. We are actually quite a bit lagged on the restream, I believe. No, never. No, we really aren't. Tremin making a mistake there. Safe warping out instead of dream gating, I think. Although, is it faster to safe warp? It might be.
With loadless, I'd assume so.
Oh, okay.
Like, not, like, actually RTA, but yeah.
Just curious, is ACN KGPG going to be low percent or any percent? I think it's any percent. So, coming up here, failed champ. Personally, my least favorite part of the run. However...
This boss sucks.
Yeah, the issue is that we can't really spam spells. And failed champ is a big beefy boy. So we'll see if Tremin gets this first try. Gonna be using a lot of dive here. And also a lot of dream nail. You would be surprised. The extra the extra soul is actually a really big deal.
So,
yeah, so right here, whenever failed champ jumps over you, sort of, it's an opportunity to get a dream nail.
Oh no.
That's unfortunate. Fortunately, it is a first phase death, so it is not really a big deal. Also, somebody in chat said there was a random essence. I didn't see it, but yes, if there was, that was the first drop of the run. It's not a big deal. It just means Tremin has to go to 1801 instead of 1800.
That is not a reset moment. Thank goodness. This isn't Zero Geo. We don't need a...
I don't think Zero Geo is running resets every time it gets something either, but yeah. I don't think they're forcing resets at the very least.
Yeah.
But there's like an hour and a half time slot for it, so it's possible that Miss Me will reset if they get there. I don't know. Ooh, there's another death to failed champ. This boss is rough, let's say. It is a very hard boss,
Yes.
and we are doing it with a very low gear. There's kind of a rhythm to failed champ. You're weaving sort of in the dream nails and the dives with just getting normal nail hits whenever you can. That's not a good start.
Oh yeah, that's rough. Probably.
Yeah.
Or maybe not.
Maybe, I don't know. The thing about failed champ is that there's actually this strategy that you can do in between cycles where you can just kind of stun lock him eternally and fully farm up his soul and fully also farm up heals. Double damage is brutal here. Yeah, it is. You really only have 3 hits. I mean, there's instances where you can take only single hit damage, but most of it's double damage. Yeah. It's possible Tremin here will choose to skip on failed champ for now. It's an option that he has. You can skip on failed champ, finish the rest of the run, and then come back to failed champ before you go into Palace. It's a completely valid option. It's a little bit slower, but you know, if you're not feeling failed champ at the moment, it is what it is. That's a good start, though. I would recommend Tremin stop listening to comms, because we are probably not going to be super duper encouraging here, but, you know.
Gosh. I mean, do you think he is listening to comms? Trevin, if you're listening to the comms,
Trevin, if you're listening to comms,
you're goated.
turn us off.
You're
Yeah,
goated.
you're amazing, but turn us off.
You're the best Tremor Moan I've ever known.
Bumping failed champ or getting hit with the mace is double damage. The rocks and the shockwaves are single damage. Yeah, it's rough. This certainly is a boss. Tremon is still potentially on PB pace because he was 4 minutes ahead, and, you know, with 1 or 2 more deaths, even with 1 or 2 more deaths, it's still not a lot of time lost because he hasn't gotten to the second phase yet. Once you get to the second phase, the deaths are pretty punishing. But, I like to use Fireball here. It does less damage, but I like to use Fireball and just stay really far away from Failed Champ, because that way I can, like, react more easily, and then only going in when I need the Dream Heals. But it's really up to personal preference. The dive does give you dive frames, and that's a pretty big deal.
I like doing runs that don't fight Failed Champ.
Yeah, you know, that's life.
I probably shouldn't discourage people from doing runs, though. This whole point is to uplift and encourage running. So, Failed Champion, goated.
Yeah, so first, coming up right here, a little bit of a piece of tech that you guys might not have known, but Failed Champion increases his stagger time as you hit him, so you can kind of just spam hit him and heal sort of in between the hits, and you can stagger him theoretically forever if you hit him from behind or if you won't take damage, but you can also hit him from the front and it works just as well. But getting some good fireballs off the bat there. It's looking like a good start to second phase, although I'm comms cursing it. Very good. I'm definitely comms cursing it. I'm gonna shut up.
Oh man. There's just no room to heal at all either.
Yeah, the room to heal is in between staggers. You sort of keep False Knight not False Knight, you keep Failed Champ staggered, and you sort of collect up soul as you go. Rough, yeah. The Shade Cloak is very useful here. It's technically actually faster to get Shade Cloak after you fight Failed Champ, but we all know that's a bad idea for pretty obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Failed Champ, though, on his last set of cycles, almost there. Tremin.
You got this, buddy.
Nice, huge upslash on the thing, by the way.
Yeah.
Huge upslash on the nugget. Had me worried there for a second, but you know.
I believe, Tremin. I believe so
Tremin,
hard.
we believe so hard.
This is it. This is the one.
This is the one. No!
Comms curse.
I did comms curse it. I'm sorry.
Me too.
Well, I got a question for you, Sylvie.
Yeah?
Hold on.
Okay, hold on.
Why did Adele cross the road?
I don't know. To get to the other side?
To say hello from the other side.
Ah! Amazing.
I came prepared with a whole list of puns, and my plan was that I was just gonna read you a pun every time you asked me one. But then you just did it. And now I'm sad.
I actually completely forgot.
You ruined my bit.
Geology rocks, but geology's... Geology rocks, but geography's where it's at.
Got it.
It's not funny if you mess it up.
Nah, it's good. Wait, I don't think you even did mess it up, did you?
I think I said, yeah, I said
you didn't.
Geography first and then geology.
Trying to get into second phase again here. This boss is sometimes a moment. This is, you know, the reason that the minor movement on optimizations don't really matter earlier in the run, is that the real important part of this category is just not dying to the dream bosses. That's really where the time save is. I think Tremon's PB is a run without deaths or with the minimal amount of deaths but really, this is a run mostly about not messing up rather than optimizing movement very well. Tremon choosing to get hit there rather than trying to cancel out, that's probably the right choice. I don't think he had time to get away, but worth that. Noodles is right. That was a very clean second phase. I'm not going to comment anything about whether or not I think he's going to get it this time, but just know that I'm hopeful.
This is the one.
It's the one. Chat, it's the one. Chat, pause champs. Pause champs.
Holidays in chat.
Yeah, holidays. We got it?
Holidays.
Come on, chat. Yeah!
Let's
Holidays.
go. Dude, with our power combined, we'll give Trevor the spirit bomb he needs to end this fight. He did it!
Yeah, no, once you get the stagger, it's free.
Yes!
Yeah, so we are done with that fight. That is by far the biggest... okay, no, I won't say that. That is the second biggest spot to lose time in the run. Coming up later in Palace, there is a triple fireball skip at the top of a 1.5 minute room.
Oh no.
And it's possible to lose more time there, but I believe in Tremond. It's actually not specifically a triple fireball skip. I was doing a practice run the other day, and I hit a double fireball. I was like, yo, you know this is possible? And Tremond was like, no, I didn't. But, you know, we'll take those. So, you know, if you missed the first fireball, it's at least worth going for. Also, still only hour 12 in, so pretty good. Tremond is headed to Cliffs here. There is the Cliffs route, and that is pretty much it. No, that's actually just entirely it.
What are we doing? Gorp?
Cliffs route.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we're gonna get that essence, and then afterwards, I believe I sent you the route, but I'll pull it up and look at it really quick.
You did, but I totally am, like, lost because I lost track during that whole shabacle. And,
Yeah. Let me find it. Next up, we are going to Cliffs, and then we are going to kill Gravedigger. Sad, I know. And then we're going to do Crossroads, we're going to do Mound, and then we're going to head down to Umu, and we're going to do a very large QG extravaganza. Are there any warriors in this route, or just rematches? Just rematches. Warriors do not give enough essence to be worth fighting, and are also generally percent.
that was already a longer dive, by the way, than the one in Kingdom's Edge, so...
Yeah. So Cliff's route, it's pretty cool. Yeah, Cliff's route is in fact a thing that exists. For those of you just tuning in, Tremon has collected a random essence at this point, says chat. So that means that he is going to need to get 1801 before entering Palace, which is fine. But yeah.
This movement is so nice, honestly. I'm trying to
You
dip and
jinxed it.
weave.
But
I
yeah,
did.
it is really nice movement.
Trying to dip and weave between all the bench flies and collecting every friggin' circle.
We're gonna tune into Tremon's stream. Tremon has lost only actually 6 minutes to the False Knight deaths, which is, you can lose much more. Take it from me. I have lost, you know, a lot more than 6 minutes, let's say, on False Knight. The essence was from a Jennifer he killed right before he went into the transition, so it was easily missed. Yeah. Have I lost whole runs to failed champ? Depending on your definition of lost, yeah. I mean, the truth is that if it were not a marathon, Tremon would probably reset over that number of failed champ deaths. It's a pretty brutal number of failed champ deaths.
Yeah,
Tremon's going to be getting to 1246. It's 1245 for our considerations because of the way that the rule set works. because of the random essence drops, but yeah.
Mm.
And we are killing Gravedigger, unfortunate, but it is well worth the Dream Gate that we use here, or the 2 Dream Gates that we use. And we are going to get Crossroads Root, and we're going to get A Mound Root as well.
Incredible.
Yeah. Did Tremin miss some essence up top? Or am I...
I don't think there is any essence up top.
Is there not?
I don't think so.
Huh. I thought there was, but... Learn something new every day.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they all go under.
Yeah.
I thought you ran this category.
Me? Yeah, no, I read this category, but I just run it slowly.
Okay.
My PB is like an hour 30 behind Truman's world record, and I have 3 completed runs under my belt.
Right.
So, you know. You know, I run this category, Truman runs this category. There's a difference.
So, just as a reminder, and for those checking in, we have about an hour left on this run, roughly.
Oh,
no.
No. I think Tremin missed an essence there, but that death is going to hurt a little bit.
It's not the worst, actually.
Snipe, yeah. The Gruzzer RNG just sucks here. But, yeah, Tremin's going up. There was some essence he missed. I wonder which essence it was. Wait, I was right. Yeah, I was right.
Oh,
I was right.
It is.
There is essence at the
You
start.
are right.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so wrong.
I do run this category, see?
You do run this category.
What's the percentage difference between low TE dropless and normal low TE? I do not know what the percentage on normal low TE is off the top of my head. I wouldn't call that category normal if I'm being honest. But the percentage for this category is 28. And Truman is coming up here to go get a Mount Root. It normally would require wings, but fortunately there's this Vengefly that we can oh so conveniently lure over. Chat's saying that low TE is 23. Dropless is 27, 28. Is that, you don't know, or is that like a, there's a way to save a percent? Because if there is, please let us know. Reduced from 26 thanks to Stallball. You know, I wouldn't exactly call a bunch of extra hours of B grinding thanks to Stallball, but yeah.
Oh boy.
27 if you do False Knight skip. You can't. You need to kill Failed Champ.
Yeah. Need the essence.
You need to kill Failed Champ. You can't skip False Knight. And also, yeah, you need to kill Failed Champ. If False Knight saved a percent, we would not be fighting False Knight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like we could fight Galleon and Zero instead, but that's more percent.
You can skip the percentage from False Knight while still unlocking Failed Champ. You can quit out of False Knight before it gives you the percent, but after Failed Champ trigger is unlocked. Does that get you through False Knight though? Oh no, then you would go back. It was discussed recently. Is it not a major glitch, or?
Can you get
You're gonna have to let Truman know his run's invalid. Oof. Straight into the acid. Truman getting this route right now.
It's not major.
It's not major. Interesting.
We'll have to look into it.
Yeah, we'll have to look into it. It's inconclusive, I think. Well, A-Press is a verifier, so if A-Press says it's not major, there hasn't been a definitive answer, but it defaults to not allowed. So it is major. Does Welkling storage count as a major glitch? That's a complicated question.
Um,
The ruling on it is that Welkling storage cannot be used to do movement in rooms that you would not be allowed to do with movement otherwise. So effectively, you can't use Welkling storage to skip the need for C dash after Umu, but you can use Welkling storage in said room if you have C dash, because you're allowed to use it in rooms that you would be able to do normally.
So basically, if you could do it anyway, then walking storage is okay.
Yes. Oh, and also Skitter was right. It is not allowed in latest patch at all.
Not that it's not allowed, it's just not possible.
I mean, it's not allowed either. If you submitted a run,
With walking storage current patch, yeah, that would be confusing, huh?
Press says if you submitted a run with it, it would sit in queue. It could be probably a long and painful talk and SRC discussion and get rejected. You're talking about the failed champ skip or Welkling storage on current patch? Oh, wait, well, it's not possible in current patch. Never mind, yeah. So you're talking about Welkling storage. The failed champ. Okay, yeah. The truth of the matter is that, like, where we draw the line on glitches is hot take here. It's kind of a little bit arbitrary, but we have to draw it somewhere. And that's kind of just how it is. You thought you'd seen it? Yeah, seen Noodle's message above.
So, I think this Umu is going a little rough for Tremor.
A little rough, but again, this is low gear. The Umu is gonna take a while.
That was 3 cycle though. Not bad.
Yeah. So dropping down to get Monomon here. We need Monomon for 2 things. True Ending, obviously, but also in addition, we need to get Monomon because we need to kill White Defender, which is why we have not killed White Defender yet, even though we were in that area.
Mm-hmm.
You're still confused about not taking damage from the acid dunk thing in Fungo Room?
It's always just a visual glitch.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but it's probably just a visual glitch.
It's just the HUD. It's just the HUD.
If you're confused about that, you're gonna love to see the relay tomorrow. Specifically the segment I'm running, but probably also some segments that other people are running, because I'm overcharming Grim, and for some reason my game does not show overcharming. It makes me take double damage, and it does all the stuff, but... He had Lifeblood? Oh yeah, he was in Mound as well. That too.
Right. That makes sense. And then that's our second Dream Gate, right?
This is our second Dream Gate, and that's also our last Dream Gate of the run. Tremon is going to go in and bench at Teacher's Archives, and then he's going to QGA and go through the entirety of QG. Actually, no, sorry, I lied. Tremon is first going to unlock the other side of the Green Path route. Then he's going to QGA and go through all of QG, and then he's going to get the Green Path route, and he's going to get the Queen's Gardens route. Not in that order, it's in the other order.
Yes,
and then he's going to kill White Lady, and then he will not have benched. So he's just going to warp out. Iron Rose, I believe you are actually not correct. The way that the ruling works on major glitches, especially unintended ones in runs, is generally that if you did it accidentally and it doesn't benefit the run all that much, it's fine. But if it was intended Welkling storage, then yeah, no, it wouldn't count. The Welkling storage ruling is only for 1221.
Yes.
Trem and Duncan there, but you know, oh well. Fun
Yeah.
fact here for everybody coming up. Tremon needs to let the platform hit the ground. The game saves the position of the platform when it hits the ground rather than when the vine is cut. So, yeah. Does unintentional wall cling storage exist? Yes. Also, you don't get accidental wall cling storage in latest patch, I think. You can't. I was practicing my segment for the relay the other day, and I got it coming out of Watcher Knights completely unintended. And I say completely unintended because I literally do not know how to get it. But I had it. Also, Tremon QGAing here. QGAing is important. It is challenging. It is not really all that punishing to die to.
Alright, very good.
But Tremon ends up getting it without having to warp back.
Sorry, I mean, first try is easy.
Yeah. Shelby, you should run this category.
True.
You run 1-2-2-1, right? This category's like similar in length. Because it's cool, that's why. And because it gets you an HK6Y showcase. I don't see any 112 in here. But Tremon is going to be doing both arenas here. For rando players, we usually figure out some way to skip them, whether it be the stag or... Actually, I guess it's just the stag. No, you can go up through deepness and skip one. But Tremon is doing both arenas. He's going to get the QG route in between here, and then on the way up, he's going to get the green path route. That's why he opened it earlier. And then he's going to get the white fragment. Additional fun facts.
Oh, that was rough.
That is rough. Tremon's probably going to want to heal up here.
Yeah.
Tremon does not kill the twins here for Essence, because there is not really a third Dream Gate to do here that's optimal, and the twins are kind of slow, if we're being entirely honest. They are not a super fast piece of Essence.
They're a bit out of the way.
So it isn't worth going out of the way to get them. Just because I hate myself for God Home ending and it's 3 hours, I don't have the screen shake.
Very quick collection there on that Whispering Root.
Are they twins? That's actually a really good question. I don't know. Grumman called them the twins earlier today, so I just called them the twins. Spicy Alabama reference, yeah.
Wait, are they lovers? I thought they were siblings.
I think they were siblings. I'm like 90% sure they're just siblings, but they...
Yeah.
They're at the very least siblings, because when I first saw them in the base game, I was like, oh, this is like younger Mantis Lord and Trader Lord or something. I think that's like the point, but I don't know.
We have two different stories, guys. They're siblings who are married.
Platonic siblings, says Flute.
Yeah, like, this is actually kind of getting important. Like, are they married? Are they lovers? Are they siblings? I don't know.
Guys, we need Mossbag. Get Mossbag in here.
Who's got Mossbag? Call him up. Call him up.
Call him up. Call him up. Step direct siblings. Got it. Who are we talking about? We're talking about, I call them the twins, and I'm pretty sure they're siblings because I'm on that side of the argument. But the QG guys. The bench that you can dream nail. Came up because we do not actually dream nail them for Essence here. We dream nail every other ghost in the game. Not Marissa either. But we couldn't possibly kill Marissa. It's not because she's slow or anything. Yeah, the grasshoppers by Corny. Are they grasshoppers or are they like little Petra guys?
I don't think there's any grasshoppers in this game.
I think they're
they're
mantis.
all manti, yeah. Well,
Does cloth get dream nailed? No, because we do not save cloth.
yeah, we don't.
For the same exact reason as the other two. It is slow.
Yeah, we have no reason to talk to cloth at all.
Yeah, we need essence here, but talking to cloth is slow enough to not make it worth doing, particularly because when we go to basin, we do not have dive. So, when we are in that area, we would have to backtrack to do cloth. We are kind of desperate for essence in this category, but we're not that desperate. Also, the reason that Tremin hit this thing earlier and brought it down is so that he can do it now, otherwise the other side would not be open. Aren't the hoppers in Kingdom's Edge grasshoppers? I think that's kind of a stretch.
Those are obviously frogs.
I think we're talking about different things, Sylvie. I'm gonna be honest.
No.
No? Okay, got it.
Because, like, I know what you're thinking. You think of the ones in Queen's Gardens. No, they're both frogs.
They're both okay, got it.
No,
Yeah.
actually, okay, I lied a little bit. The hoppers are toad.
Got it. So, Tremin here, getting that green path route, backtracking into QG, and gonna go fight Trader Lord. Trader Lord is the reason we need Shade Cloak, I think. I think it's the only reason. Because we need the weight fragment, key requirement.
This fight might be difficult, I think.
This fight, it shouldn't be. The thing about Trader Lord in pretty much every form is that Trader Lord is really just a big blob of health.
Yeah.
You play enough Trader Lord and you sort of just get used to it, and his attack pattern is very generic. So as long as Tremin doesn't get really low, Trader Lord should be fine. We kind of just spam spells at him until he dies.
Also, I am 97.2% sure Trader Lord is a girl.
I'm 100% sure you're wrong.
I'm
Wicked.
I'm definitely certain at one point the data entry was said she. But then it was changed later.
Trader Lord is the brother of the three sisters. That is from a random person in chat, so your willingness to trust them might be different, but you know. They used to be female, but it was patched to male later.
What?
Trader Lord canonically trans. You'll love to see it.
I love to see it. She pronouns like Sylvie. Translord. We love it.
Trans Lord confirmed. Also, Tremin getting the kill off on Trader Lord. Was pretty close there, because Trader Lord does double damage and Tremin was on 2 health. But we're gonna get to get the white fragment here, and we're gonna kill white defender, and then we're gonna pretty much be done. Oh no, we have to commit genocide as well. We kill all the spirits in Spirit's Glide, every single one of them, and Revik.
Wait, really? That's
yeah.
Crazy. Okay.
It's efficient. Tremin committing a hate crime? Yeah, true. You hate to see it. If we do post-match interviews, I'm gonna point it out.
I'm sure we'll have time for that.
Which is why there's a crumpled 4th chair in the Mantis Lords Arena, yeah.
Yeah. This is on Quack Sheet, but this route has gone through significant changes in the recent few days.
It has gone in significant changes in the past, 2 hours, I'm gonna be honest.
Alright.
Tremin rerouted and then was also, oh, by the way, I'm getting Vengeful King.
Dang.
Ghost Genocide? Yeah, you'll love to see it. Someone please let you know what to put on the meme sheet. Yeah. Current route that we have is from Gooston, but Gooston, by the way, Gooston was gonna commentate this today, but Gooston was feeling sick, so don't want to put him up to talking. So
Yeah.
thank you to Sylvie for being backup comms.
I feel a little bit bad because I'm calming so many things, but I also wouldn't want to make anyone do a 3-hour commentating run, and I'm more than happy to compensate for like anything. So
Yeah.
you know.
Should get Kama in here to commentate low TE Dropless Palace, because inventor of Palace.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to, for sure.
He probably does not.
Can I come your next GE run? I'd love to. I'd love to, Shelby. The Schlebby cycle.
Let me. What is TE Dropless? The thing that got sent, but the goal is to get true ending with the lowest percent possible. The thing is that true ending requires essence, and essence can be gotten from random enemies. Without the dropless requirement, you can just kill these for 45 hours. For this run, however, you are prevented from doing that. So instead, you kill a bunch of dream bosses, and while that does give you some percent, it makes the run a lot less painful. Yeah.
Indeed. So it's like you're adding a whole new requirement. You think it's like, oh, it's gonna take me so much longer, but no, it's actually many, many times shorter.
many, many, many times shorter, and a lot less stupid. Yes. It's a good reference.
All right. I'm not gonna lie.
Technically, you can add 45 hours of bee farming to any run. True. Any percent plus 45 hours of bee farming when? New cat?
New cat. Okay, I've been sitting here for hours. I have to go to the bathroom. Take care of yourself, chat. If you need a water, get it. Washroom, do it. I'll be right back.
Guys, quick. We're gonna tell all the puns while he's gone. Chat. Chat. Chat, chat, chat. Hold on. We're getting there. To the guy who invented Zero, thanks for nothing. Cue laugh track, please. So yeah, we're fighting Dung Defender here. We're not gonna pick up Defender's Crest actually, because you do not need to pick up Defender's Crest. But we do need to kill White Defender to be able to. Yeah, we do need to kill White Defender, which requires that we kill Dung Defender. And White Defender is going to be a very long boss, so me and Sylvie are going to peepo talk about things that aren't happening in the run for an extended period of time, and it's going to be a good time. After that, we're going to commit genocide, and then we are going to commit genocide, and then we are going to go and do Palace. Also, thank you for the meat when beans, everybody. Any me when beans spammers in the chat? I guess a lot of these viewers coming from Blue's stream, so we should be able to see more me when beans, honestly. So yeah, Tremin here saved up enough soul after the boss fight to enter Dung Defender. You want to always just make sure that you have the soul to do the dive here, because otherwise you just have to break the wall and go out, and it's a little bit slow. But we are entering. This is probably the longest fight. But yeah, White Defender is kind of just an experience. Also, pace check. Tremin is currently 2 minutes behind his PB, and his PB is a 209. But gold splitted by pretty much nothing on the Interwaterway split. which is very cool. How is he so white if he's diving in poop? That's a good question. It's actually the little thing around his crotch. I don't remember what it's called, but it's a loincloth, and it's like keeping him clean, and that's the whole point of it. That's why it's there.
Heard you were talking shit like I wouldn't find out.
I wasn't.
No,
I was
shit.
telling fun.
We're
Okay, yeah. Got it. You're back.
Hello.
This is the actual Sylvie. I was actually just commentating with the bad Sylvie all month, but now it's the good Sylvie.
It's human. Oh, that's so weird. White Defender, how's it going? I just popped in.
How's it going? Drummond just entered. It's been a second. Probably longest boss in the cat. I could be wrong though. I don't know how good Drummond split is. White Defender is at the very least the longest boss in the cat, at least for me. We have not entered phase 2 yet, if that means anything.
That does mean something. Alright. I thought it was going to be, Sanctum.
Soul Tyrant.
Soul Tyrant. Oh my god.
Nah, Soul Tyrant is probably faster. It can be optimized pretty well.
That's fair. But yeah, this... I hate White Defender.
Dude, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I think with the music and everything, White Defender is such a banger boss.
White Defender...
Low
music
percent
is...
White Defender is like such a vibe. It takes a while, but like it doesn't really feel all that risky. It's not all that stressful, you know? Nice little break in the solo.
It just feels too much.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, you never know what he's doing. Also, I think I like Dung Defender because you can dive and get him out of a lot of things, and it doesn't work in this fight, and it's like, ugh.
Is this fight going better than the Dung Defender so far? There's not really a point of comparison here. This fight is significantly harder and also lacks sort of one of the central mechanics of Dung Defender. Drummond. It lacks one of the central mechanics of Dung Defender, which is that you can dive and get him out of the ground. So it works kind of conceptually different. I'd say they're both doing fine.
Also, can we, like, talk about the name for a second? Like, why? You couldn't, like, White Defender? Are we serious? Like, hold up. That's
I never
not...
considered that, but yeah, you're right. A little bit, huh?
Couldn't it go, like, Hail Defender? Like, that'd be okay. I'm not trying to call anyone out here, by the way. I know it wasn't intentional. But, like, hey, we got it done.
We did. Chat, can you spam some domas, please?
Doma!
Can we get some doma spam? Thank you. Coming up here, everybody, what's your favorite resting grounds ghost? Bad news, Truman's gonna kill them all. But I'd like to hear you guys' opinions.
You know what? It's been so long since I've seen the Resting Grounds ghosts that I will decide which one's my favorite along the way.
Got it. Revik is the best. Little Boy Scout's the best. Okay, so funny story. On my playthrough, the initial playthrough of the game, I dream nailed the Little Boy Scout and none of the other ones. Because I just didn't know what the mechanic behind the little dream guys was, so I just dream nailed him because I didn't know what it meant. And later I was like, oh, huh, he's dead.
Oh, rip.
Oh well.
That's that one. Ooh.
No skate movement. People leave. Wait, is it still skate movement? I don't know if it's still skate movement. But the truth of the matter is that we don't have Shaman Stones, so
Yeah.
That totally prevents us from doing skate movement, right?
Absolutely. Without a doubt.
You thought it was a Girl Scout? You might be right. We might just be misgendering. I did not know this was a jump. That was a wall cling there. But Truman is going to do both the essence and the ghost at the same time. It looks like.
Epic.
What is skate movement? Okay, so skate movement is it's a thing, but it's a little piece of King Station movement that you can use. Gonna talk about
so
Revok for a
great.
second. But what's happening here is that the way that Revok works is that Revok will kind of just spontaneously attack you, and in order to get him to go away, you have to pogo him. So Truman is going to be trying to weave in pokos here. Dying here isn't really a big deal, but, you know, it's still slow nonetheless.
I thought Revok was a girl too. Oh, he's cute. I like that moth.
But yeah, so what happens is Revok is a normal ghost, so you can actually kill Revok once you kill all the other ghosts, and it's worth doing, and it's routed in that way, because, you know, you're killing all the other ghosts anyways, so even though you have to reload the room in order to make it happen, it's optimal. Tremon very well might just get... Tremon might get this first try here, I don't know, especially with those heals. Very well timed heals there. Oh,
talk to the
NPC
ghost.
dialogue, you'll love to see it.
Dude, Tremon's killer with these parries.
Yeah, Tremon is gaming, honestly. 1801 right now. Tremon's target is 1802 because there have been 2 random essence drops. So he's going to go in here and Dreamnail Revok, which is another essence. And he's going to go get Wokenail, and we are going to do Palace.
Heck yeah.
So, the obligatory stall ball explanation, because it's important, because we're going to see it in Palace. So, the way that this category works is that we do not get wings. And there is an intended jump in Palace that you were supposed to have wings for, and you can do it with a trick called stall ball instead. And the way that stall ball works is that, in the later patches of this game, whenever you shoot your fireball, it's possible that it will hit a slope and end up sloping downwards. And if you hit your fireball on the right slope, it will slope downwards in such a way that you can then pogo off of it afterwards. So what's going to happen here is Tremon is going to do said trick to be able to get past the section of Palace that would normally require wings. It is frame rate dependent, and Tremon is going to cap his FPS at either 50 or 60, I do not remember which. So yeah.
I was not originally going to get a brain transplant, but then I changed my mind.
Nice.
So how long would you say is left on this run?
How long would I say is left? Probably a good 30 minutes, maybe.
Cool.
But Radiance could always go poorly. Radiance in this category is tough.
Fair enough.
It's a very low gear. So coming up here is the stall ball. Tremon's probably going to try to have a little bit more soul than he needs. You only really need 1 cast. But this one does not have a consistent setup, and it's frame rate dependent and, you know, arguably mildly RNG dependent, depending on who you ask. But coming up here, Tremon is capping his FPS at 50. Radiance in general is rough, yeah, but particularly with no movement. Tremon missing that one, but let's see. Missing that one as well. So in order to fix this, Tremon needs to go back and kill a wings mold. Or actually, not a wings mold. He can get this totem here. There's actually a better setup for this than what Tremon's doing. I'm going to teach it to him after this run. But this stall ball is actually a lot easier if you jump off the side of the platform instead of off the top. Tremon, if you're listening to... Tremon, if you're listening to comms, you should do it off the side. Trust me, it's like 20 times easier. Yeah, so Tremon's gonna leave the room now. And he's gonna come back. Or, I guess he's gonna farm the wings mold. So yeah. going back in though. The trick here is hard because there is no setup and it's a midair and it's a turnaround. This is just a really rough stall ball. It's not as bad as stall balls get, but nice dive. It certainly is tough.
Oh.
Ooh, that's rough. That one, I don't know whether he swung too late. I'm not actually quite sure. That one looked like it was going to hit to me, but clearly it did not. Setting up dive storage? Yeah, I know, right? It's all intended, actually, if we're being really honest. But yeah, I'm trying to hopefully get this one soon. It's a rough skip.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly a rougher skip to do under pressure. But this is sort of the first of the 3 big techs that make Wingsless Palace possible.
You got it. Oh no!
I'm gonna have to teach Tremin this other stall ball because I at least believe it's a lot easier. This is rough though. Tremin doesn't usually have this much trouble with this skip. I hope he's not listening to comms because you know.
I don't think he is.
He might be. Healing up, interesting decision. I guess going in it kind of sucks to not. No. Yeah. If you listen closely, you can hear Tremin keep on saying, that was intentional, I want to keep you on the edge of your seat every time they fall. Yeah, I know, right? That was intentional, he wanted to keep you on the edge of your seat. Come on.
Ooh.
Come on.
Oh, you got this, Tremin.
Come on,
Oh, man.
Is Tremin's frame rate capped?
He turned it
frame
on.
rate's capped, right?
He turned it on.
He did, okay.
I mean, at least I recall him going through the menu.
Hold on. Sylvie.
Yep.
I don't trust stairs because they're always up to something.
Very nice.
Oh, he's paying attention. Up. Tremin is listening to comps probably, because...
Very interesting.
Or maybe he just decided to go for it like that.
I mean, we'll ask afterwards.
We will ask afterwards. Runtime probably looking like it'll extend out to probably in the 220 range now, but again, we have a 3-hour time slot, so it's not really a big deal.
Yep.
We got another hour of being here, so it's fine.
Yeah, you can't...
You can't even see the fireball in the background. Yeah, that's what makes this a rough skip. You kind of just have to pogo every time blindly and hope that the fireball is there. And it's hard to get feedback on what exactly you're doing wrong. Just because of the way that it works.
I mean, it doesn't help when you're diving.
Is Tremin a controller player? Oh, wait, what? That looked like it should have hit to me. Is Tremin a controller player?
I don't know.
I think he is. I think it would be really funny if he got it next try and didn't mess up at all. That would make me smile. It would make me smile as well. That would honestly be the best. That would be the best joke told of today, you know?
Excuse me.
Analog moment? Yeah. Just get Sage Shade Soul so you can see it done. So many things wrong with that statement. Comms give us their best pickup lines when?
Hey!
Let's go.
Hey,
Dude, we're in sync.
That's awesome. Okay.
I don't know what that sounded like stream side, but from my perspective, we were both, like, talking at exactly the same time there. Um, but yeah.
Let's go, Trevin. You did it. I'm so happy.
But yeah. Tremon loves ConCon confirmed Shroom True! Coming up here, Transdash. I don't know whether Tremon does left side or right side first, but if it is left side first, I need everybody in chat to get your trans prides ready. This is very important. Tremon is doing right side first. That's sad. Hold him off.
Oh,
Thought he was gonna do Shogo for a second, but you know, sadly no. That's not how this cat works. Do you need King Soul for Eternal Ordeal? No, but this is the title? No, the title is right. We are not running Eternal Ordeal right now. We are running low TE Dropless. And in order to get true ending, you do need King Soul.
Yeah, Eternal Ordeal was.
Yeah, that was what we started off with.
Yeah, that was hours ago.
Yeah. Trying with some really sick movement here. This room is actually a whole lot faster if you can hit that. Otherwise, it's actually still possible to do it the other way around, but it's just a little bit janky. I'm going to be entirely honest, I did not know that was a dive. You learn something new every day.
I mean, I feel like it's probably not quicker than an inventory drop, but it's probably just more consistent.
Do you need King Soul for Archaeology %? That I can tell you yes to, because the Arcane Egg in Abyss is required. As Chris said in chat, we started the day with Eternal Ordeal. Also, cool C-Dash here. Did I miss the Trans Pride moment? I did. I'm sorry.
Sad.
I missed it.
Well, you can still get trans love in the chat.
Yeah. I'm sorry, chat. I've failed you. But also, I would not have went for that if I was Tremon, but you know, this is why he's the world record holder and I'm not, so.
Oh no.
Respect it, respect it. This is not the troublesome part really though, so.
Yeah, I assume that comes next. Oh no, we're just going around, never mind.
Yeah. You know, I thought Tremon, now, I think it was Tim. A wise man named Tim once taught me that it's faster to bench here, but I don't know.
Yo, Path of Pain?
Path of Pain? Path of Pain? You know, someday, Path of Pain wingsless. Someday.
Oh, I don't even know if I want to see that.
Someday, Path of Pain clawless. Actually, is it? Does Shoko make it possible clawless?
There, you must need claw.
Okay, by the way, chat, what is going to happen here is this whole room has no area to collect soul, and up at the very top there is a triple fireball skip. It can technically be done double, but you don't want to do it double. Gremlin is going to climb all the way up to the top of the room, and we are going to hope and pray that he hits the skip first try, because otherwise it's like a minute and a half to go back, collect soul, and do it again.
That would be so sad.
So yeah, we shall see. This is certainly one of the harder ones. Right up here. So we believe.
We believe.
Fine. We believe. That's fine. It's a good exit.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a good setup.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that is a really hard skip, and if you miss it, you have to go all the way back down to below the bench where there are 3 King's Molds sitting, and then you can, or 2 King's Molds sitting, and you can farm them. And Trevor needs to not die here because otherwise he will have to go back and do the skip again. But yeah, it's a really huge deal for this run.
Awesome.
I did not know about this either. I did not know that was a breakable wall.
Wait, really?
Yeah, you learn 2 things new every day. I didn't know about the other breakable floor either, so you know.
Alright, that's so sick.
Oof. no biggie. This segment is really easy because there's a King's Mold at the start that you can just farm for soul if you need it.
But
But
Sherman
yeah.
is not doing. What
Tremin is not doing it. It really isn't all that hard of a segment. At some point, Tremin's only got the C-dash left. But yeah, headed up. And at this point, Palace is pretty much done. So we have Wingsless Void Climb, or Abyss Climb left, which really isn't all that big of a deal. It doesn't really matter. And then we have low percent Radiance, which is, you know, challenging but not run-defining.
We all just agree. Fucking Sherman's a fucking Giga Chad.
Yeah.
Like, all that time, he could have given up. He could have given up doing slope wall there. He could have done that, but he didn't. He powered through. He went back like whatever 6 times, getting soul just to keep going at it. What a man! What a Chad!
Yeah. Chris saying in chat that that's the worst room in Red Palace. I'm gonna disagree. I've had to run that room because I don't know how to skip it enough. I didn't know that you could skip it enough times that I think it's not actually all that bad. That's some bravery. That is certainly some bravery to overcharm King Soul. This saves very little time. Actually, does it even save time? I guess it does, because you did
I think you
save
have
time.
to overcharm.
No, you. Oh yeah, you do have to over. No, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, I forgot King Soul was 5, not 3.
Yeah.
That is so easy to skip. That's the key point. Yeah, I know. I know that now. Huge dive, by the way. I didn't know that was a dive. But yeah, coming down here, don't take damage to the shades. They do 4 damage in 1 hit. But it's fine.
Totally a-okay. Just don't get hit forehead.
I was like, wait, Tremin, where are you going? Tremin forgot he wasn't running paleontology percent for a second. That's 1 Shades 1 tap now. But he should be fine. Yeah, from here it's pretty easy.
Oh. Scary, but okay.
Scary, but okay. And the Shades actually can't get to you. And again, Abyss Climb, no wings, seems like sounds like it might be scary at the start, and then you think about it and you run it, and it's really not all that much different from normal climb. But yeah, gonna see this climb here, and then it's just gonna be TE left. Unfortunate damage, but oh well. It is what it is.
Oh. If I were blue, I'd be reciting the words here in English, but I don't know them. Made of...
If you were who?
If I were blue, yeah.
Does Blue know Chinese?
Well, no, he's just memorized.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Born of God and void. No voice to cry suffering, no mind to think. Thank you.
Real no vertical abyss climb manga S. It.
No vertical to climb.
I assume that's only possible with Shrogo. Well, it's no vertical is not possible with Shrogo because Shrogo involves wings, and that is vertical. But yeah,
Also Shriek.
No drop to less. I agree. So yeah,
No,
Tremin.
it's a hollow.
True.
Good.
No bees to farm. That's a good one. That's a good one.
This summer, Hollow Knight, true
But
ending,
we don't
low
kill
percent
B.
Dropless.
We're gonna check Tremin's pace right now. He's undoubtedly behind, yeah. Tremin is actually... What? Tremin made up like a minute and a half on Woke Nail,
That's actually really
and
funny.
actually only lost a minute on Palace, despite the stall ball struggles.
I guess the stall ball is just like really hard. Go figure.
It's probably actually not the stall ball, it's probably the skip at the end, because the skip at the end is just so punishing. But it could be the stall ball as well. Chat, get your holidays ready. Actually, you don't gotta get your holidays ready. Right, it's gonna be a second. Radiance is long.
Anyway, save them for the Ravens.
Save for the Radiance. Chat, why are we hollow D'ing? It's a little premature, don't we think? Still got low percent radiance to go.
Yeah, I mean, we believe in Sherman.
Chat is just hollow. I said to prepare your hollow Ds. I said to have them ready. Coming up after this, is it going to be Monstaller doing a GP5 showcase, or is it going to be, whatever?
Monstaller is not doing anything immune-based.
Oh, really?
Up next is Nosk percent.
Yeah, but I thought some people were talking about having, like, a backup run in between, too.
No, at least not for immune-based.
Okay.
But I did see Monsta did join the tournament server, so maybe for tomorrow.
I could be wrong. Somebody was talking about having Monsta be ready. Monsta is tomorrow? Okay, yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
I mean...
Right, that's not what I thought, but that's what Sylvie thought.
Yeah, I mean...
We're the same person, honestly. Tremin? Okay, you have me worried for a second. I would not have the confidence to do that and run.
Alright, let's go.
Let's
Here
go.
This is the time, chat. This is the time for the Hollow Ds.
Get your hollow Ds ready.
Hollow Ds nuts.
Yeah, I know.
Let's go, Trent. I believe in you so hard right now.
Why are we saying Hollow D? It's an emote on the Hollow Knight Discord server, and it's like the little... So Hollow Knight, but dancing.
Yeah, if you're on mobile, you won't be able to see it, sadly. Or if you don't have 7 TV.
I unfortunately do not have 7 TV, but you know, I'm getting people to spam Hollow Ds anyways, which is fun.
Let's go.
Yeah, Shelby's got the emotes. That's pretty close to what it looks like. So far, no damage. Pretty good. Or
Yep.
if there was damage, healed. Get ready, chat. Nah, there's still a whole second phase.
Good dunk there.
Agreed.
Yeah, because the spikes only do 1 damage, but everything else...
Spikes only do 1, everything else does... Well, spikes and void only does 1 damage.
Yeah.
Honestly, the void should heal you. That's like the whole point, isn't it? Good dunk as well. Actually, just huge dunks of Tremin here.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, oh, made it through. Use your shitty cloak into it, Trent. It'll disappear. that was a little rough.
I don't know whether that was intentional or not. Probably not. But...
I don't think so. Phase 2.
Taking damage also makes the spikes go away. Phase 3 actually, but yeah.
Right. I forget.
Yeah.
There's so
And
many.
phase 3 is actually like a phase in this run because like it's got the radiance. And going for fireballs is, I think it's technically possible in a safe way, but it's very risky because the fireballs do give a little bit of knockback and you're sort of trying to slip it between stuff. It's really risky to weave them in, but it is also some pretty nice damage. So Tremin has clearly learned it pretty well.
Alright. Final phase. Full health, full soul. Well, not final.
Sure, final phase. Technically phase 4, and there's technically 5 phases, but yes.
This is not the final combat phase?
It is the final combat phase, but...
I don't consider the climb a phase. It's just
climb is a phase.
It's a cutscene.
But yeah. Finishing up this Radiance. Radiance has a comically large amount of health with a small amount of damage that Drummond does. I'm going to look it up right now. But it's a lot, I'll tell you that.
Good dive there, 1 damage. Oh, I'm speeding with me.
Yeah, she has 1,700 health in total.
Yep.
Tremon is doing like a good 5 damage a hit. So, it's a second. And this last phase has 700 HP for people who want scale. The other phases have like 300 apiece, and then this is 700. $750 platform fit. It's not 750, it's 700. But yeah. And chat's beating me to it still.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, climb phase ready? Everybody get your Hollow Ds in the chat. Nah, get your Hollow Ds ready. Get your Hollow Ds ready. We believe. We believe. Spam them all. Spam them all. Spam them all. Fremen's got it. We all believe. There's no doubt in my mind. I'm not even watching the stream. I don't need to worry about it. There we go. Not even close.
GG's.
GG's.
That was insane. That was insane.
Yeah, and Tremin actually saved a minute there. He just gold splitted Radiance.
That was a gold? That's awesome.
That was a gold. Tremin is actually only 30 seconds behind his PB on this run. So, you know, for those of you in chat, it only says more about how much room we've got left to improve this cat if you guys run it. Nah. But Tremin, come in. We're in an interview. It's interview time. That Radiance fight was absurdly good. Yeah, I saw. So yeah. That is that segment. Coming up next, Tremin's going to be in here for the interview in a second. But coming up next today, we have Nosk percent, 4-way race in half an hour. We have Zero Geo in a full hour, and we have ACN and KGPZ in like, what is it? It's like 2.5 hours, and then finishing off the day at 10 p.m. my time, or what'll probably be in 4 hours wherever you are time. We have Blossom finishing it off with All Glitches, All Grubs, or AGAG, which is objectively the best category.
We have so many runs still, and they're all so exciting.
And that's just the meme day. Tremin is here. Bringing him in.
Oh.
Up. Me and the restreamer are having a moment. There we go. There we go. GG.
Hi, Tremin.
Hi.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
That was a failed champ, for sure.
It was a failed champ.
Yeah.
It was also a stall ball.
Yeah.
You should do it right side. It's a lot easier right side, or at least it's a
Instead of
lot easier for me.
walking off the platform, like doing the wall jump like I was
Yeah.
doing. Yeah. I figured
Or
I'd switch to it.
no. It's easier to do it right side is what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Or walking like where you wall jump off the side and then the way that you
Mhm.
got it, I think, is the easier way, at
Yeah,
least in my
yeah.
opinion.
I practiced it walking off the platform and doing the coyote jump, and then it
Yeah.
wasn't working, and so I just decided, well, let's try something else.
Yeah.
But,
I find it
yeah.
easier, at least for me, but yeah.
Yeah, I think
Question
I'll
number
do that.
one, chat. If you've got questions, throw them in chat. First of all, were you listening to comms?
No,
Okay, cool. We comms cursed a lot.
I figured.
I said some things that would have been demoralizing after dying to failed champ a couple of times, and then I realized that you could have been listening, and I was gonna feel bad, but it's fine.
No, I was
It
not
happens to
listening.
the best of us.
Yeah, it was rough.
Second
Yeah.
question: what version are you running on?
1578.
1578. Okay, I was right. Yeah. You
Yep,
got 2 random essence that run, right?
and I finished with 1802.
Perfect.
How long did you practice? From
How long did I practice?
Yeah.
Hours. I mean, I have like what at this point 2300 hours in this game, so I've played this game a lot.
Yeah.
And I picked up this category because no one else was doing it, and
Yeah.
routed it with stall ball because that had just been discovered when I started
Yeah.
running this, and my route sucked. It was really bad, and I was talking to some people in Gustin who was supposed to calm today, but he got sick. Shout outs him because he rewrote the route, and the first time I ran his route, I PB'd by like 13 minutes or something ridiculous.
Gustin wrote us a route though that did failed champ for Shade Cloak,
Yeah, so
which is certainly
I changed
infuriating.
it a little bit.
Yeah.
There was some rerouting that I did. So the final route that I have is a little faster than the one he wrote by maybe a minute or so.
Yeah.
Overall, maybe not even like 45 seconds. But yeah, it's also a little easier because you save Dark Deep Nest Whispering Root until after you have C dash instead of before.
Yeah.
And I literally rerouted it this morning as I was practicing, and so I'm glad I did it that way instead.
Yeah.
So I want to know, with this low percent setup, which fight is like the most fun for you out of all of them?
Most fun.
There's a correct answer, by the way.
I feel like Lostkin probably.
Ah,
What do you think the correct answer
I think it's White
was?
Defender, honestly.
I was debating White Defender. It's one of the two. I really like. I figured out how to get fireball doubles semi-consistently with White Defender.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were watching, you could see that, but you can like predict when he does the back roll and get fireball doubles, which is kind of fun. Yeah, White
Sylvie was
Defender's really
taking a
fun.
bathroom break,
Ah.
and I was reading chat puns.
Everyone says Lostkin in the chat, by the way.
Everyone says Lostkin in the chat. Well, they haven't had to run this category, just saying.
That's fair. Well, yeah, the Lost
Soul
fight.
Tyrant was incredibly fun to watch, though I'm sure that was super tedious with how long it was and how intense it is.
It's a pretty fun one. I'd say I was debating when you asked me what the most fun. I was debating between Lostkin, White Defender, and Soul Tyrant. And then Failed Champ.
Not Failed Champ.
Yeah, it's obviously not Failed Champ.
Yeah.
Failed Champ sucks.
Failed Champ can go cry.
Yep. He can go grow and improve as a person.
True.
I wish him all the best on his journey to becoming better.
To anyone who might be interested in picking up this category, do you have any advice?
Practice Dark Deep Nest a lot, or you can actually get to Sly through Blue Lake from Resting Grounds and buy Lantern if it's really that bad. It doesn't lose that much time, maybe a few minutes, but it makes Dark Deep Nest a lot easier.
Well, that adds 100%.
You do have to do Dark Deep Nest later then. That's what I did in my old route, so I mean, it's a thing you can do. That I can tell you how I did it, and it's slower of a route, but it's considerably easier. Also, practice Fail Champ a lot, and
Yes.
practice your White Palace a lot.
The last skip in Palace.
Yes.
You're not learning that on the fly.
No. Um, I'm
Slow ball.
super stoked to get 2 out of the 3 skips in White Palace first try.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
The trans dash, you got it first try, and I just missed it.
Yep.
I was gonna get chat to spam trans pride, and then I just
They did. I was
dropped.
watching.
They did, but I dropped the ball anyways. It was late.
Good.
Yeah, so I had a lot of golds in that run, like an insane amount. I lowered my sum of best by about 4.5 minutes on that run alone,
Wow.
What's your sum of
but
best?
153.47.
Sub 2 hour though to dropless when?
If I keep running it, but I lost. What was it? Failed champ lost me
It was
6 minutes. I just kind of had a bad. I was shaken up after that, so I just kind of played bad until QG. I started to play a little better. My white defender was good. My glade was amazing. I lost time in Palace, obviously. So like it was like 6 minutes in 6 minutes to failed champ, like 4 minutes in Palace, and then I saved a lot other places. So
All right.
yep, I missed PB by 30 seconds.
Oh, dang, rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, it's
So
really good.
for the people in chat asking why Nosk percent is good,
We'll talk about NOS percent in a moment. Let's finish up talking about low percent training first. I want to ask about the crossroads. How you missed a few S's there, dropped down.
Okay, so I dropped down before they finished spawning because I forgot that there's 3 essence that spawn up
Yeah.
right next to the root.
Fair
And I
enough.
finished the root and it didn't play the sound. I'm like, that's not good. And so I went back up and died. And then I went.
me and Sylvie were arguing about whether
Yeah.
or not there was essence that spawned there.
Yep, and you were right. And I was dumb. I mean, that was right after failed champ, so I was kind of
Yeah.
Yeah, fair
shaken
enough.
up a bit.
Anything that's not a 6-minute time loss, you know.
Yeah,
You were like 4 minutes ahead earlier. Where did
I
all that time
was.
come from again?
Let's see.
Is it just general optimizations, or did you
It
die
was,
somewhere and not
I
die
mean,
this run?
it was general optimizations early. My dark deep nest was a lot better.
Yeah. You're
Also the
practicing that earlier
reroute.
today, right?
Yeah, I practiced it a lot. The reroute that I implemented this morning saved like a minute. And then my dark deep nest route. I died in Beast Den and lost 2 minutes, and then my dark deep nest route saved the 2 minutes back. So I saved a little more even, and then I was just lost skin fight was really good, stuff like that.
Yeah, the last good fight was very incredible. And
Cross
again,
game was solid. Soul
your
Tyrant was really solid.
Soul Tyrant was so like entrancing to watch.
Really?
Yeah.
It is a very fun fight. I like that one a lot.
Just weave it between everything. It started out a little rough, missing some
it did.
fireballs, but then it got really good quickly.
I felt like you made up time on every boss except Failed Champ, right?
I did.
Yeah.
And THK. I did not make up time on THK, but my THK and my PB is like really good. So
Yeah.
yeah, I will say that Radiance fight, I said it in chat, but that was like the most insane Radiance fight I've ever done.
Yeah, that was
With
crazy.
this runs. Radiance in the first phase kept teleporting low, like consistently, so I was able to get a lot of fireballs in. Because I don't know if you said it, but Radiance can teleport. There's about a 50% chance Radiance teleports too high for you to fireball because you don't have wings in that first phase. And she just kept teleporting really low. And so I just got a lot of fireballs in. Also, how'd you like those sword rain pogos to get VSs in?
Oh, that was super sick. Like,
Yeah.
I've
Cool.
started going for those because they're really fun.
So for the hi, thank you for the raid for everyone tuning in. We just finished low percent TE dropless. We have a bit of a time gap until NOS percent happens, about 20 minutes. We're
Yeah,
gonna.
with a 20-minute run, we can make Truman do really quick.
We're not gonna make Tremon do another
Yo,
run.
I could do eat me 2%.
No.
What's that?
You die to Vengefly King as fast as possible from a
Do
fresh
it.
save.
Do it.
I'm not
Hold
doing
on.
it right now.
Wait, Sylvie, you're the organizer of Meme Day, right?
If Tremon wants to do it, but I don't think Tremon wants to do it. After.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm doing
Let's
it
do it.
right now.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
All right. All right.
Impromptu. Eat me too. You can stay and call if you want.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
It's a showcase.
Alright.
I am not running Menderbug percent. For everyone who said Menderbug percent in chat, no.
Mentor bug percent is like a whole panel, honestly.
Yeah.
You're not doing that in 20 minutes, probably.
So while you set up for that, let's talk about NOS percent a little bit. What
I mean,
NOS percent is, obviously, kill Nosk as quickly as possible. What makes this fun, though, is we have 4 runners running it at the same time. This isn't coming up for another 20 minutes, though, buddy. 4 runners are at the same time, and each of them are on a completely different patch. We have 122 run runners, we have 1.5 runners, and I think a 1.4. And it's just going to be incredibly confusing and hectic and so
I think
much
there's like
fun.
a 1034 runner as well or something,
Yeah.
or 1037. Yeah.
It's probably 1037, because isn't
1037.
1037 the patch
Yeah.
that people run?
Yep.
Yeah, Eridan's on 1037.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
three on it's
Eridan
three
and
on
Shelby are both
1037?
on 1037.
It's just, yeah.
Oh, it's
It's
3 on 1. Oh, okay.
Ah, gotcha. 3 on 1037.
Oh, I thought we had a 1221 as well. Oh, my bad.
No. What's different about 1037? The Nosk patterns. Nosk does not jump. Nosk does not go into the ceiling. He literally just like runs back and forth.
Huh.
So it's like really easy to fight him. And he has less health, I think. I don't know. But oh yeah, and then 1037 is 1031, but with Chinese text. So it's fast. Alright, I'm ready
Alright,
to
go
just
ahead.
do. It's literally just any percent early game, but funny. Because you die.
Yeah.
Let's do
Alright,
it.
you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Impromptu eat me 2%. Alright. Sadly, you're gonna be like going like, oh, I did it, but then we're not gonna see it for like a few seconds after. So
That's true. That's true. I'll shush.
unfortunate.
You can talk. It's your category.
That's true.
I
I
have
am
not
the
heard of
world
it
record
until today.
holder, technically, because I ran it on 1221. And if you run it
Are you
on
the world
current
record
patch,
holder?
I am.
Incredible.
But my time's only 1 second faster than Sawa's, and Sawa ran on current patch. So Sawa's like really the world record holder if you like factor in the time loss from running on current patch versus 1221. But
That's why we have 2 categories. Also, KP people arrive. Can we get some KP people arrives in chat?
KP people arrive.
People leave sad. You don't want to see him die tonight. Oh, I guess you have to prepare for your run. Huh? Hard fall, you hate to see it.
I did a funny walking out of KP.
Oh yeah.
You'll see it.
It's, I don't
That's a
even
good one.
think that's optimal.
It's not. It's funny
optimal.
though.
It's optimal. It's optimal.
It meme-stemization.
Yes, true. Also,
Tremon,
the
if
fun
there's
thing about
Menderbug.
There's
No.
not Minderbug, I'm sorry. But the funny thing about this category is because you need to die anyway, you don't want to heal from taking damage.
Yeah, fair enough.
So if you take damage, it's literally just completely fine. There's no reason for you, unless you like die too early. But
Yeah.
you have to take exactly 5 hits throughout the run, and they can be literally anywhere.
You see, I don't feel like this is actually a terrible category. It's 80%, but with like that extra restriction. Trevin, remember to get the Geo Rock.
Oh yeah.
Why
I
aren't you
will.
on Steel Soul? True. Trevin,
Oh,
you should
that's
reset.
so true. I usually do run it on Steel Soul. But
This is sad.
it's really funny running it on Steel Soul because then you just die and lose. Alright, let's see how my false night is.
Let's see.
Oh, do you get statue pogo? I think that's way more important.
Oh,
Oh, he
You'll
do
have
get
to-
statue
Oh!
pogo.
I
Crazy.
do get Statue Pogo.
Insane.
And then I miss a super easy jump heading into false night. But you'll see that.
Oh, I just realized
Yeah,
Noodles changed the layout.
you just changed the layout.
I love it. Good work, Noodles.
So what? I
Uh,
don't see it.
There's
It's-
just
It's a tree that says 82% layered over it.
it's being eaten 2%.
So
Rip
anyone just joining, Trevin already completed low percent dropless.
Yeah.
And we're
And
now
I
doing
completed- There
an
was about
improv-
20 minutes, yeah.
You know,
You're filling time.
82%.
I believe Vengefly Pogo is... not Ven... sorry, I believe that Fireball is 2%, right? Or is it only 1?
I think Fireball's 2.
Yeah,
No, it's
that's
1.
ouch.
Fireball's 1. No, it's not patch dependent.
Oh.
It's definitely 1. Let's see. Will the boulders be angry at me and not be friendly? Or will they be nice? Let's find out.
Yeah, we know, but it would be cool if it would be cool if it was actually 2% Python.
Everybody count. 5, 6.
Oh no!
I want to see people counting in the chat the spits that I get.
we'll get them.
Tremon, take damage.
Trust me, I'll take plenty in green path.
1,
1,
2,
2, 3,
4,
4, 5,
6.
6.
Oh, 7 spits. Thank you, Python. Goated. God RNG.
You know, it's a good thing it didn't happen in the run that actually mattered.
Yeah,
Ugh.
right.
It happened in the run where, 10 seconds is actually everything instead.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, trust me, I'm only 20 seconds behind my DB right now.
Only 20.
20
You
seconds.
can do so
I mean,
much
like-
better than that.
8 of those
1,
seconds is from
2,
3.
patch dependency. But
4th spit.
all right, let's go for 1 fireball. I'm gonna get it.
You're gonna get it, we believe.
I got it during
you
the
could-
run. During low TE dropless.
You did. It was impressive. You weren't hitting it in practice, right?
That was.
Okay.
What goal? Free. Literally free.
Literally free.
Intentional.
Intentional. Yo,
Yo,
Emma with the raid as well.
thank you for the
Raiders,
raid,
Tremin is no longer playing a low TE. He finished the run, so he is now running Eat Me 2%, where the goal is to die to Nosk. Not die
Nope.
to Nosk. I
Vengefly
lied.
King. It's
Die to
it's
Vengefly
also you have to die to Vengefly King, without waking him up. That's very important.
Mm.
Oh, I see.
I messed up.
Tremin,
It's
do me a
fine.
favor and don't free fire the death
Die.
wheel.
Nope.
Dying to Nosk is what you're running these. Ah, okay, got it. Good to have a plan.
Oh,
Unfortunate.
all right.
GG.
Die, don't say it yet.
Oh,
Spoilers.
and for those of you wondering, yes, this is a run, and yes, it does have a leaderboard.
Hold on. I need to make sure we can do the post-game interview. Let me, just really quickly.
Whoa. Kick him.
He needs to come back for the interview.
What the?
Hello, GG. How was the run?
It was good. It was good.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's time for some Nosk percent.
Yeah,
It is
it's
time for some
Because I
Nosk
loved it,
percent.
dog. We gotta let the restreamers set up for the next stream. So
Yep.
thank you all. Thank you, Tremin. Thank you, Alman.
Yep.
Let's pop off here. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for some Nosk percent.
Yep.
All right.
Bye,
See you
everybody.
then.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
watching.
Yeah.